Hey, Jim's family. Welcome back. I'm here. What's up, everybody who's joining me? Hey, listen. I I really missed you guys. I wanted to come live. I got so much going on. I'm trying to wrap it up to go on this cruise. And then we decided that we wanted to have a wall unit built. And so we building the wall unit. So they've been working on that. But here's the craziest thing. Remember I was talking about the cable? We switched from Comcast over to Verizon and my cable been shitty ever since. I had the cable people here because somehow the cable went out while they was building this unit, and it took them 8 hours. The person had to come back twice to get the cable together, rewiring and everything. So I don't know what Verizon is doing, but I don't care for them too much. So I wasn't just dissing y'all, but hey, Kimberly, just Andrea, thank you so much for sending me all the little clips of what's happening. Thank you, baby, in reference to, the neighborhood talk and all the information you get about good news that we can use. But anywho, so I've been really dealing with that, trying to get ready. See, you may hear them now. I forgot that they were coming. They did the wiring, so you may hear them. So if it gets too loud, then I probably just can't, in the live. But let me tell you something. I've been catching a lot of this, a lot of what's going on. And I hear the big hype and I hear the concern. Hey, Ox City Queen, baby, and Ray Black. And there is a great cause for concern. But we're going to get to that. Jamila's going to jump up here and join me in a minute when I drop the link. It's just for her right now. And then I'll open the panel. Because, see, I'm a small content creator over here. You got the big ones and the ones that are well known, got a large supporter base. And, I don't have that. But I'm so grateful that I truly stand alone and I don't have some of the connections that some of these people have, because that's how I can stay out of some of this bullshit. And there's a lot going on, and it's deeper than what y'all think. Nobody is here to scare you or to deter you from dealing with different content creators or people or networking, making money moves, whatever you want to call it. But some people are speaking facts. And I don't know if you all know that back in March, I made a video. And hey, Beef Sector, you the one who alerted me today in YTCs. Remember, Miss T, you was telling us? But see, people not going to say Miss T told it because I'm just a little bit of nobody over here. No one's listening. But I called the warning out long time ago because Jamila, I, and Queen Diva had talked about it. But I got a source, a good, solid source who sent me information. Hey, viewers of You Queen, when we start seeing different characters coming here. But everybody was accepting them. I was even on the fence or who to accept, not to accept. But see, my source had told me, Miss T, boom, 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 boom. Be very careful of these people and how they coming in. Watch what you say about them and watch who you let on your platform. Now, it's very hard for us sometimes to stop people. Hey, Regina M. Queen, thank you for joining me. To stop people from coming on the platform when you don't have anything against them. But they told me. And here's the craziest thing. When I came and made the video, I don't think anyone listened. Because when I was watching, it seemed like more and more of them was coming over and more people was welcoming them, because see, it's all about that money. But I have always said all money ain't good money. I'd rather not have the cash apps. And we're going to get into why I'd rather not have the cash apps. The super chats, okay, but I'd rather not take money from these people. I'd rather not dance in their circus because it's some dark shit energy. But nobody wanted to listen. Don't listen to Mrs. T. Who is she? She don't know what she talking about. She lying, she this. But the warning signs was there long time ago. Go back in my March video when I talk about it, when my source wrote me and told me. And now everybody is running scared because for one, First and foremost, you took money. You took money, you made them comfortable, you know, you shared many, many things with some of these people that we may not know. But we all was trying to figure out why are they here, what are they here for, and what can they do. And the beef sector always brag about how sharp and how strong and they ain't nothing to mess with. But see, it's always somebody who's badder and bigger and does whatever you do better. And that's where sometimes we sleep on things. And I think some of it was being slept on. And now it's time for us, not us, it's time for some of these people to pay the piper. And they in so deep that they don't realize they in deep. But Jamila go join me on that. And we go talk about it because she asked some pertinent questions when we saw what was going on over on YTC camera. We definitely saw something. No, Ness didn't curse me out, Sonny Mac. Ness can't curse me out, baby. Ness just mocked me. I'll get to that, though. But anyway, so let me just address this Ness thing since you said it. Me and Ness is really good. I mean, I joke with her. She joke with me. She really believes, and this is the part that way I'm going to address Nessa, because people are influencers. And I said this, and now people are saying that they said it. But I used the term dog whistles years ago when I saw shit happening to me. I said, they sending out dog whistles. Like, I don't fuck with Miss T, but y'all can fuck with her. Oh, no, I don't do this with Miss T or Miss T. And so it was a dog whistle to tell your people, hey, I don't mess with her. Don't mess with her. Because, see, a lot of these people here, and I hate to say it, but a lot of people are group thinkers. They group thinkers. They follow. We know there's a pattern here and they follow. So when you say things like that, that'll make people say, well, you know, I'm down with you. Because, you know, there's always clique groups and cults and whatever you want to call that stick together. Because I got my people that I stick with. I have to be honest with you. But I never follow someone blindly. So when they make statements like that, that's telling you, the people who really follow them, who's down with you, not to fuck with Mz.Teavalocity. So those were the dog whistles that I was getting. Now I hear the words come up quite often. They're sending out dog whistles. You are an influencer. People really believe in some of these content creators. They follow them blindly. Hey, DC, I got some clips for you, girl. I got some for you, boo. So anyhow, you follow these people and then you start not liking Mz.Teavalocity. And whenever you fall out with one of the faves over here, they don't like you anymore. So, you know, I hear Nika say it. She have said it. I'm just going to take my toys and go play somewhere else or go back home. That's true. A lot of people follow each other. And when they don't deal with you and they send out those dog whistles, see, because they are basically indicating what they want people to do to you, you know, to not fool with you. And that's the thing. Oh, I know. Hey, baby girl, I haven't been on long, P. I haven't been, so maybe they didn't send it out. Can y'all please share it out? Who has the capability of sharing it? So they say they sent out dog whistles, see? And then people start following. So I was good when I saw it because, see, I follow politics. And politics, they do it all the time. And that's the analogy I made. Politics do it. YouTube, social media influencers do it. A lot of people send out dog whistles. So that's when some people really stopped fooling with me. And I was fine with it because one thing I like about it is that I have always stood on what I said and I stand solid by myself. You know, now, do I support people and people support me? Yeah, but do I stand solid? Yes, I do. So that's what I'm going to say about me. I'm going to say that about me and I'm going to stick with it. So dog whistles are being sent out everywhere, you know, and whether you take heed to them, that's on you. Just like warnings was sent out, but people was all about the money. Thank you, viewers of you. You always share. I appreciate you so much. Now let me talk about Bri a little bit. Bri. And somebody told me don't say nothing, don't warn nobody, nothing, just keep doing my thing. Bri, I'm just gonna say this, and I'm gonna leave it alone because you know they told me just mind your business, basically. Even when those new characters came in to play over here, they told me to stand back. They warned me who they were, where they had come from, and how they were going to move. And each character that they told me, each character that they told me about came in just the way they said it. And that's why I said it's a solid source, and I've never gotten bad information from her. Hey, Carmel Bunny, I'm not giving Ness no pass. I just don't have no smoke for Ness, Sonny Mac. So it is what it is, baby. If you thought I was going to come down here and cuss her out and talk about her and all, that's not what it's about. Me and Ness is good. She can continue to go over there and make mock of my voice or whatever. I get a kick out of it sometime. Like I said, she never comes real nasty at me. So, Sonny Mac, I don't know what you want from me. You know, go to the people who she have beef with. She really don't have beef with Mz.Teavalocity. So I'm not giving her a pass. I'm just telling you facts. I'm not going to put something 10 on 20. 20 on 10, however they say. I'm not going to make no big deal about what Ness said about me. Okay. So, anywho, no, so you can whistle to the cows come home. No, you know, it's just a saying. So, anywho, they told me to mind my business, you know, don't get involved, don't say too much about these new characters. But I just want you to know, Mz.Teavalocity, stand back. Let them do what they do. But they are much more powerful than the beef sector. And see, we have this thing where nobody's better than us. Nobody is better than the beef sector. We docs, we do this. Sometimes people do shit bigger and better. No, what? And if I said anything bad about you, you didn't say anything bad about me. I don't know. Let me ignore that. So, anywho, someone always does things bigger and badder than us. And for me, YouTube is not worth people prying into my real life, you know, and they go really, really deep. And so now we have these people over here, and it seems like people, I got you, baby. It seems like people are running scared, but you was warned. I warned you in March. I warned people in March to watch out for the new characters coming over here, because we was trying to figure out what was their purpose. And now people are catching on and knowing their purpose. I don't trust anyone. When I say anyone, I don't trust anyone, because the most of your snakes are sitting right next to you. And when it's time for them to take and wrap their bodies around you and choke the shit out of you, that's just what they're going to do, because they have made you comfortable enough that you have slept on it. You have slept on it that these people don't mean you any good. Now, I'm going to drop this link because Jamila and I talked about, we talked about this as well. So hold on, Jamila. Because when I'm gonna tell you where we first saw these people at, and maybe you all could think back. It was on YouTube camera. YouTube camera was going after beefing with Binary. Something had just happened in Code Binary's chat, and YouTube camera, she came onto her own live and she started going at Binary. Now I just want y'all to follow me. And when she did that, her chat got really full. I mean, it had went from maybe it was 80 of us over there to over $300 and $400. Then they start dropping money. The D Darrell guy started dropping money. Remember Beef Sector? He dropped a nice little piece of change on her. Her chat had, her live had got so out of control, she couldn't control. She could not control what was going on over there. Hold on, y'all. I got to get this banner right quick. I think this Jamila, but let me let her up. That's you, Jamila?
Yes, it is.
Stand by. So her chat had got so overwhelming that she didn't know what to do. They were dropping money. You know, they were super chatting her a large sum of money. They start yelling and hollering. She had came out her shell, and it all began there. Her and Binary going back and forth. And then those very same people start moving over to the beef sector, because YouTube cameras say she's not beef sector. You know, she visit all sectors. She's a hell of a supporter. She's a great supporter. So then they start moving over. Then they drop the money on Brianna. He dropped like $400. Am I correct, Jamila? Did he drop like $400 on Brianna?
Yes.
Okay. Then they start coming in one by one. He was leading with the cash, and then the other characters was coming over. So I was warned at that point to watch them. And they start listing the people. They start listing the people one by one who would come over, to include the women. Am I correct? They said, watch them. So then Bri got a little bit comfortable with them. Then they went on over to Ness's chat. Then they dropped a big one on Ness. And now Ness is comfortable with these people. Now, I can't tell people how to run their channel. I can't tell people who not to let on their platform. That's their money. They making their money, but all money ain't good money. There was some strings attached to this money that we all didn't know about. Even though I had got the warning, I still wasn't sure about what damage these people could do. You know, what am I to be afraid of? Then they broke it down and they start sending me videos of some other content creators who to watch. So I started watching those videos. Now, my source, if you up in the bushes, please, if you think I'm saying too much, just go ahead and text me. And I got a reason for saying that. My source has been point on. They came just as my source told me they would come in. And they said the very last person that they wanted us to watch out for, and please don't say the name, Jamila, is the person name is being dropped now everywhere. So we had the warnings, but money blinded some people, and now they in big shit. See, they think it's light. They think you could just walk out, and no, ain't nobody trying to boogeyman or scare nobody. It's just the fact of the matter is, sometimes when people tell you something, you need to listen. You need to listen. See, because everything they need, they got of every content creator. You ready for this? Who have cash at them, who they have cashed at, who have played their shit on their lives. They got all the information, to include people's social security numbers. That shit is deep and darker. And I even spoke about some of these people tapping into the dark web. I said, y'all, it's a little bit different. But who listens to Mz.Teavalocity? No one listens to her. This shit is just up in her head. But Jamila Diva and I discussed it. And Jamila asked YTC YouTube cameras that day, is so and so connected with so and so? And she said, no, I don't think they're connected. And Jamila said, are you sure? She said, well, I don't know. Jamila said, I think so. And she left it alone because we had already done our research. See, Jamila had went out there and done her research. She did her research. And my source had been around those people for years. And now today, when I'm over there, I hear the very names being dropped. Sometimes people will fool us, and we would think they would lead us to believe that they have beef with each other and that they're not working with each other. But when they're so connected, they are working with each other, and they don't have beef with each other. That's only for us. That's optical illusions for us, so they can get closer and closer to us. Jamila, what you say? What's up?
Hey, Mz.Teavalocity. Hey, chat.
Hey, baby.
You know, it was just something I researched at the beginning when, as y'all say, the Umar men came over, and it was, certain things I asked Cole. One thing was AFW, and I made that a point to say in Lemon's chat and your chat. I
Yeah.
actually came on your panel and said it. And then I spoke to YouTube Camerons, and I wanted to let her know, like, girl, you don't think they playing in your face? They from the same sector.
Mm-hmm.
And then someone told me in Lemon Chat that someone works for Social Security. And that's when I said, oh, this is deeper than the beef sector. Because nobody wants their Social Security played with. I mean, if you have something to lose, you know, if you care about your credit and things like that in
Mm-hmm.
your life, goes into your personal life. So for me, I was just like, I'll let y'all know this at the beginning. Let me sit back.
Well, I think what happened is, Jamila, to be honest, people just didn't take heed because some people thought, and you know what? I really want to say this, you know, when it comes to, and I'm going to say Brianna and Ness, I'm going to say them because they the larger platforms over here who have been really, you know, good with those people and they trust those people, you know, and those people are on their panels and, you know, they doing business with them. That's your way of networking. I'm not speaking down on networking. I'm just saying, I get you building your own thing. At one point, it appeared to people, and I know they may not like this, that Brianna was actually going away from the beef sector, that she was doing most of her content and visiting them. She built up their channels to help build up their channels, to be honest with you. I mean, Cole's channel and stuff. And now, see, they got what they want and they basically flipped on her. And she's in a position right now. And I'm not saying Brianna can't handle. I'm not saying the beef sector is scared. I'm not saying that. You're just in a position that you have become comfortable with people you didn't research and you didn't know. And I understand that Ness and Brianna is trying to build their platforms and network and, you know, get their show on the road and do something different, bring in different people. But I do also know that some of these people aren't good people. And I just hope that they know what they're doing.
I don't think Brianna was intending to leave the beef sector. I think she was always intending to stay. I think she was just trying to, you know, branch out to grow her channel and didn't know what she was branching into. And, you know, I think
Good
she got a
point.
little width of it and backed up like,
Mm-hmm.
hold up. But I think she needs to look at everybody new that's in her camp because, you know, there's some names. I was told AFW you have to join by application, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you have to do an application to get in, and they have to accept you. And some people want to be in. Some people they you know, but then it's people that you know straddle the fence, and I think some of those people are around her. So you don't know if you know they're part of it or not. You have to watch their
Right.
move. They want you. You know how they come. We tell them do your research about us.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They want us to do our research about them, and this is the way they're showing it.
Well, here's the craziest thing too. Because when you talk about Social Security and stuff like that, now I'm not going to make these people no villain because personally I have not encountered them. But let's take just a gander at this. We don't know who are behind these avatars now. Do we really know? We don't know who's joining our memberships. We really don't know who's cash apping us. We really don't know. All that stuff is not factual and known because so many people are behind avatars. We don't know, and they just join your membership, and then you do your memberships and your stuff get out. We don't really know these people because avatars are their protections. Now I'm gonna talk about what they call them. Wait, VPNs too. Let me check my phone because I want to keep on top of my source. Go ahead. I want to talk about VPN. See, people got something really messed up here. Hey, Tay baby, under new management. You think you are protected. And I spoke about this when I first did the video about the dark web and new characters coming in, and we don't really know them. And just, you know, just be watchful of people. Why they so interested in you. I was always wondering why they were so interested in a certain amount of people, like bigger content creators. But certain people were smart enough not to let them really in, and they were smart enough not to go to certain people's uh panels and stuff. They didn't want to hit certain people. So when you talk about a VPN, everybody think they're protected by a VPN. You're not. The government has some of the strongest securities, and people have hacked into their accounts. What make us think that a VPN solely protects us? I don't know. So when people think they are behind these avatars and they use a VPN and different things, that does not protect you. The government is much bigger than us. The government control all of this, YouTube, everything. You never, you're never too secure that you can't get touched. You understand what I'm saying? So I think a lot of people now have opened themselves up to a big can of worms, and I don't know if they are able to handle what other people could bring to them or the sector. Go ahead, Jamila.
Well, Mz.Teavalocity, I think, some people are ignorant to it. People don't really know. They hear about the dark web, but they don't really know what's capable with the dark web. And that's what brings the ignorance to it. So sometimes we be like, oh, this YouTube, why are we really worried about it? Because when it's your life and you're affected, and people tap into your stuff and your life's affected, that's what's to be worried about, like with people working at Social Security, they only need a little bit of information to pull your information. I said this at the beginning on Lemons Live when they first came over. They were telling like, oh, well, we got people that work with Social Security and this. Look, if you got something to lose, you don't want to play them games.
Right. Well, again, no one is trying to scare anybody. You scare tech. No one's just trying. All I'm trying to say, when a warning comes before you, hold on, we need to take a break. We ain't got enough likes. Thank you, baby. Hold on. We just need to. Now listen, see, this is what happened when people, ignorance is just everywhere. Ignorance is simply not having knowledge of something.
Exactly.
Not knowledge, not being knowledgeable of something.
Not being
And
knowledgeable.
when people warn you and you don't take the heed because you think you are untouchable, that's false. Nobody wants people in their real life. They dox that boy down to his social security number. You got to remember, when people join these not organizations, when people join different things, we have people from all walks of life. We don't know these people really, right? We really don't know these people. So this means that we could be fraternizing, keeping company, being cozy with somebody who's getting all our shit. Because remember, when shit is dropped in chats, is normally by what they call a troll. Everything is a troll now. And so they dropping things in your chat as a troll. So we really don't know who it is. It could actually be the person sitting next to you who you breaking bread with. We don't know. We really don't know. And so if people groups, thank you, Kimberly. So if people want to not believe the warning, or they want to do their thing, they want to go back and forth with other people, and because they believe they so powerful, they believe they so unbreakable, they believe can't nobody infiltrate them, they can have at it. What I'm saying is, I was warned back in March not to really fuck with these people, and I took heed to it. And I thought it would be beneficial if I came down here, because Diva, Jamila, and I talked about, I thought it would be beneficial to come down here and tell my people about it. Hey, y'all, be careful who y'all fraternizing with. Watch who you taking money. All money ain't good money. Y'all be careful. They coming over here for a reason, right? Now, when I start watching them, I said, oh, yeah, I like it. But see, Here's the thing, Jamila, and you might not like that I say this because I know you real good with them. I mean, you know you like them. Some people are just being set up, periods, and they don't know it. They're being set up and they already got everything that they need. And it's not always about you, but it's about your family members that these people, you know, tend to dip in your real business, your businesses. They fuck with you the long way, the dark way. What we do over here, what people do over here, because I don't dox enough, is just light compared to what I was told these people do. Now, I noticed Grish was on YTC and she was, yep, she was dropping some gems over there, and you still had the naysayers, then you had the distraction, people getting on the platforms, distracting her, and Sassy was over there and she was trying to explain what was going on. Then Miss Cruiser came. They were trying to get to the meat of what was going on. But here's the deal. I don't think you could really get to the meat of who these people are, what they're capable of doing, if you don't thoroughly research them. And not only that, we don't even really know, and y'all just take this for what it's worth, we don't even really know if they're really antagonists for their group or whatever, or are they just working together to make people over here in the B sector think that they are against each other, just to build the B sector people up and make them comfortable so they could come in. When that girl, Miss Thang, I watched Lemons, and this clip really got to me, because no matter what her and Bri had went through, the girl was very, it sounded like she was scared, she was frantic, she was warning, she was like yelling a warning, and they were dragging her and they were talking about her, and she was yelling a warning, hey, y'all be careful, they're trying to come in here to do, and nobody was really listening to her. Lemon was trying to get them to listen to her, but you know it gets real chaotic over there. So no one was really listening to that girl cry. And the reason why I listened, and it was chilling and cringeworthy to me, is because I could hear the fear in her. She had experienced it, or she knew something about it, and she was warning us, not us. Well, I keep saying us. Good morning, free thinker. Thank you for joining me, Queen. She was warning people to look out for what was coming. It was about to get darker. Hey, Charlie Boo, it was about to get darker. You know, some people just don't believe fat meat is greasy. And that's what I believe that's blinding some of these people over here. They think they invincible. They think that they done so much that these people are a walk in the park. Is a different type of walk in the park. Go ahead, Jamila.
I have a question for you.
Oh, Lord.
Because you know, you felt she was given a warning sign. How do we know she's not a part of that, you know, group, as they say, and that warning sign, you know, they're great actors, so how we know?
Say that again. That's what I said. We don't know. We don't know who these people are.
The group.
Huh?
I said, how we know that wasn't just the act to
right here. Now it's strange. I'm gonna get to Robbie privilege too. It could have been an act, Jamila, but you know, this is a storyline and it's a strong one. And like Grish had court documents, but they were also telling Grish, you need to go get to 210 pages of court documents from different places, from this particular place. Grish had her documents, but they had documents that they wanted. Hey, Brookie, baby, they wanted her to also look at, you know, but it was strange that a lot of the people was coming out of the woodwork. But for some reason, I didn't see the people that I expected to be there. They probably was up in the cloud. But Robbie privileged. Let's get to her, Jamila, since somebody dropped her name.
So Robbie privileged disappeared, and when the Umar boys came out, I always said, oh, Robbie is back. She's with them. She's over here. So that's what made me pay attention to Robbie Privilege. I don't know if anybody paid attention, but she was up there talking with them until they fell out. She seems to be very deeply inputted where she knows a lot of what's going on. So how do we know Robbie, it wasn't a setup to bring them over here to Lemon, and just like Lemon said, he sent them to Ness and Brianna. How we know Robbie didn't send them to Lemon. Lemon,
Mm.
but then people look. They say Lemon known him for a while, right? Even Sir King.
Well, that I did hear it. Now listen, I did hear Sir King say that Lemon knew those people when him and I guess Lemon had a little kerfuffle. I did watch his video and I did hear out of Sir King's mouth. Lemon knew those people before they even came over here. Well, so I don't know. I can't listen.
Right.
Listen, I can't say that's factual, but I could damn sure say that the warning was factual and that the way that my source told me, she named each person, how they were going to come in, and what will be the end result. And that's when we would know that this shit was deep, very, very deep. And it would be time for most people to bow out, but it could be too late. So Robie, I said that too. It was strange that Robie had left the beef sector. I hadn't seen her in a couple of years, maybe. I don't know. But then I know when they came around, she came back. I do know that she was a part. She do have some dealings with them because I have went over there and watched a little bit of Robbie Privilege with Hoodie, some of those people. And so I don't know what kerfuffle they had with each other, but I do know for a fact that Robbie Privilege was over there with them. And then when they came back over here, she appeared again as if, now I'm just saying this, Jamila,
Go
correct
ahead.
me if I'm wrong, as if she was giving us a warning or she had gave them a warning about the beef sector. But what made Robbie Privilege come back
Well, I'm
as
not
they
saying
entered the
Raw
scene?
B. I want to make something clear. I'm not saying Raw B was part of any group. What I'm saying
Right.
is she had a lot of knowledge of
About
what
them.
was going on and knew a little
Mhm,
deeper than we did. So
mhm,
when she was jumping up on panels, letting them know like, don't play with the beef sector. They come
mhm.
different. That
Right.
was that. What I'm saying about Lemon also I want to clarify is, he used to be a co-host on Sir King's. That didn't mean he didn't go to different, sectors as they call it
Mhm,
with YouTube.
mhm,
And fraternize and get to know people all that time. He was his co-host for a while. So we can't act like, oh, once he became a content creator, this is all he
mhm,
should have known. So we can't be ignorant and naive to it.
mhm. See, here's the deal: is this is just what's kind of baffling to me is that we can't figure this out, right?
Yes.
You can respond.
Oh, no, no. I was reading a
No,
comment.
that's cool. So anyway, go ahead and respond in the chat. So anyway, who's to say that we really don't know? And here's just not so much scary, but here's the craziest part: we really don't know who's with who and who's not with who,
Exactly. We don't
and
know.
that's what's yeah,
Right. So you don't know who's with the
right,
sector. You don't know who's with AFW. All you hear is
right,
they broke up from the Umar sector, and I guess everybody went their separate ways and made their own group. The
right.
AFW is supposed to be a LLC, which is a business, right?
Uh-huh.
So what is that business? What does it do?
Mm-hmm.
What's the goal? How it make it money? How it does it make its money? That's how
Yeah.
I would start thinking, and who's a part of it. And
Mm-hmm.
if their goal is to go to hire content creators,
Mm-hmm.
and supposedly, this is from what I'm hearing on YouTube cameras and stuff, and the conversations they were having,
Right.
take down these channels and sort of kind of disrupt people's life. Why?
Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but I just think sometimes we step in shit that we can't clean off our shoes. and it's like, hey, Miss Toby, and it's like too late. I think whatever's gonna happen now, Jamila, to be honest with you, we just have to wait and see. We have to wait. I don't think there's no way now that most people who are already connected and in good with these people. And again, I don't give a shit how you network and who you deal with, who you take money from, where you get your money from. I'm just worried about where Mz.Teavalocity get her money from. I'm not even trying to stop anyone back. I'm just telling you, sometime we need to take heed when warnings are given. There's a reason for it. You know, we shouldn't drag everybody who's coming over here to probably say something. Something is deeper than most people can see. Jesus, this is ridiculous. 280 people in here and we can't even get no likes. This some bullshit.
Bye.
Sorry, Jamila. I gotta run. I gotta run something.
Run it and I'll say it afterwards.
I gotta run it, babe. Can y'all please hit the like button? Damn, I'm not begging for no money. I ain't doing nothing. All I'm doing is asking you to hit the likes. That's all. I'm not asking for anything else, huh?
I said for the free 99.
As Lemon would say, for the free 99. Please just like this video. That's all I'm asking you. You know, if you want to share it, I'll share it out on your own. So I apologize. Go ahead. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but Diva's telling me we don't have enough lights here. And listen, don't nobody have to listen to shit I have to say when I give warnings. Y'all do y'all. That's why I for truly stand alone. Because this link up shit sometimes could get everyone involved. Go ahead, Jamila. I know.
I read Binary's comment, and Binary, you are absolutely correct. That's exactly where I heard Robie say it at. She warned you guys several times. Don't play with the beef sector. So it was on yours. But I also asked you, a couple of questions. I asked you about AFW, and I asked you, several questions about Social Security and stuff, you and T-Pri. So I know, you know a little more deeper into that.
Yeah, and yeah. I don't know. Like I said, I'm gonna tell you straight from it. You heard it from me. I don't trust none of them, Jamila. I don't trust Binary.
Ouch.
I don't trust none of them. And that's the truth. Because it do seem like he came over. Well, let's just break this Binary thing down and Bri thing, okay? Let's break this down a little bit.
Break it down.
They said he came over here and he used Bri, and Bri was over there. I think what they do this redirect thing, and she was sending her people over there, and she was a mod over there, and then you had a couple of others over there that's mods, and all of a sudden something happened with him and Bri. I didn't follow the storyline too closely because I really didn't care, because I already knew it was coming. Let me say it like that. In my heart of hearts, I knew it was coming, because I knew from my source the way that these people play. I already knew that they were going to turn against Bri. So I had just been watching. And for whatever reason, him and Bri falls out. He make himself look like the victim. I watch him and he keeps saying how bad Bri doing him. He really wanted to be part of the beef sector. Now, my thing is I believe Binary is full of shit. I'm just going to tell you that. These last couple of days.
Damn.
Yeah. I really do. I believe Binary is truly out for himself. I think he's out for himself. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I watched him these last couple of days, and not to say I don't like him and MBK and Ghettos and them
morning routine
commentary. I do like it, but I'm really feeling something different about Binary, how he's been moving lately. So they say he used Bri, right? And now him and Bri fell out. what did he really benefit? Well, he benefited because he got a lot of people over there who went to visit his channel and sub to him. So that was a benefit for him.
Well, I
Now,
think Binary did more of the redirects. I believe Shakim showed Bree the redirects. I think
okay.
he got more of if she shared them out, share outs. And
Mm-hmm.
she was in his chat, which brung the crowd. So I think that's how Binary benefited. But when it comes to fallouts like that, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I still have to listen and watch because
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I feel like Shakim is playing with Ness and Bree. I see how they
Oh,
play with yeah,
absolutely.
but
Absolutely.
Binary didn't play
Mm.
on Ness panel as much.
Uh-huh.
He tried to
Mhm.
be true to Bree. So when I
Oh,
look
you
at
think? You really think?
I do when it comes to the observation of looking in, yes. Now,
Mm-hmm.
what they were doing and what their power move is on the
Mhm.
inside. I mean, I listened. He told it. He's trying to build up his channel. And
Well,
they
he
were
told the
doing.
truth.
He told them
He
to their
told the truth.
face. So I mean,
Mm-hmm.
like I said, we sometimes we have to sit back and listen to what they're saying. They're telling the truth. Now,
He,
why am I going to be
yeah.
mad later when they're telling the truth at the beginning? It's no need for me to be mad later because he told the truth already.
Mm. Mm.
Nobody
He
listened to
came
it,
in
so they start trolling.
Oh, you right. I have to agree with you. He came in telling the truth that he was here to be part of the beef sector and build up his platform. He did tell the truth. And I guess Bree was good with it. They were good with it because they thought they was out. Good morning, Where they was
No, because Neff and Bree was sort of kind of battling. So, and that's the way they got it. Ness and Bree is battling. Okay, so if you got him, then I got him. Then I'm gonna take him from you today, and you play with
mm-hmm.
him. Now I'm gonna put him under pressure and ask some questions. So I don't want to. Binary nor Bree is a victim. Period.
Binary saw Bree as an easy target because Ness is more street smart. Now I don't know. I'm not about to sit here and compare Ness and Bree. Like I
No,
said, this ain't
no,
about
I'm
them.
not comparing them. No, I was just showing
I
how.
know, no. I'm talking about them, but I will say it. To me, both of them are good with these people, and I think when Binary saw that he couldn't really break through Ness, and I just have to be honest, and it was more easier to, I guess, get to Brianna because he saw. I don't know. To me, Brianna at one point, and I was watching Bri. It seems like she was doing a lot of content about them, and what happened to them. She had kind of shied away from the B sector a little bit. Y'all not gonna like this, but I can't sugarcoat this shit. At one
No,
point, I was like, I was looking like, what the fuck? Because it seemed like she was doing more commentary with those guys, you know, and she was becoming real comfortable with them. And using their clip, what would happen. So she was somewhat informing us of what was going on over there. And to me, and I know from just watching the chats that I can't be the only one who think that way. That Bree was basically speaking more about them than what was going on in the beef sector.
Well, Binary, he also admitted, if we listen, that he did go after Ness first and then sent to a Cash App and then they became friends, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Bree was a little more accepting to Binary. I guess their rhythmed a little better.
Mm-hmm.
So he stayed with Bree.
Mm-hmm.
Shakim a little wild. So he Ness know the streets a little bit. So he sort of vibe with Ness on the big.
Next. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He asked Ness questions. It was her answer for him to be shared out. It was her answer
Mm-hmm.
if she wanted the money to do the video. So he also did videos too. So they basically were doing the same things. Now the
Mm-hmm.
fallout come, Binary's like, I'm done. I had enough of, worshiping. Now I'm free, basically. And he's like, okay, I got what I need. Now I'm about to change up.
Oh,
That's actually what I got out of it. That's what he
okay.
actually did and said out his mouth. So
Mm-hmm.
now as I watch it, as he told it, and now we watch it, it's like,
Mm-hmm.
well, you're gonna let him use you, or are you going to put your foot down? That's up to
Mm.
that. person.
So, well, and like Binary, you right, Jamila, and thank you for reminding me. He said exactly what he was going to do. He said he wanted to be part of the B sector. I don't think Binary, Free Think, I see your comment, and you're right. I guess the relationship was mutual. What did Bree really get out of it though? That's what I want to know. Free Think, if you could answer me. To me, Binary had more capital gain. Now
Yeah,
she
but
may made some
Bree,
coins off, but he has more capital gain.
yeah, his channel has more capital gain. But what Bree got out of it is deeper into the sectors.
She
She's
got deeper into what sector? The sectors that now
dust,
allegedly
dust,
people say
no,
that's
no,
trying to destroy her.
deeper into the sector.
Oh, the sector.
Yeah, where their group is. So now she's co-mingling with them to bring them to her channel. Her numbers grow too when you start to adventure out. Now, if it's for the good or the bad, we can't determine that until we see how it goes. But she's gaining
Mm,
too. He definitely gained off
mm.
his channel.
Yeah, he did. He did. You got people over here
It was
that
definitely
mod over there.
mutual. I believe it
Okay.
was definitely mutual. I don't think
Okay.
nobody's a victim in this. But I do believe Binary said he was going to do. That's
Mm.
why I kept saying,
Man.
listen, y'all. Y'all not listening. Y'all
Go ahead.
talking. Y'all listening.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Nope. Read
Say
what
it
you
again, Jamila.
what? Listening?
Oh, you said we're not listening.
Yeah, I said I told y'all to listen because Binary was telling
Mm.
Shakim was even telling y'all the truth at the beginning.
What truth were they telling us, Jamila? Because I want to put it out there, and we already discussed
he
it.
came
You
out
was the one.
sorry, go ahead.
You was the one. You and my source was the one that really alerted me to the what was going on when I said I was iffy about them. And you started alerting me to them, and so go ahead. They told us what from the beginning, that they were coming over here to do what?
Build their channels,
Mm-hmm.
get their views, that they were trolls. They came over here telling everything, but nobody listened. Everybody wanted to go after and say what they wanted
Mm-hmm.
instead of listening to what they were saying. We have to listen to what they're saying first and then play. It wasn't going like that. So now it's a big kerfuffle because I don't even do commentary anymore. And I did my own little research and I said, I
Mm-hmm.
didn't know who AFW was. That's something I asked Binary. I asked
Mm-hmm.
about the application, why he didn't join. And then
Mm-hmm.
when we were in Lemon, they were talking about a lot of things. I asked about, well, who's part of the Social Security clique?
Mm-hmm.
Definitely
Mm.
want to know that. I want to stay away.
So I remember you saying that. So I guess if you look at it, I'm not going to change my mind on it. But everybody have a different perspective. That's what I like about the Mz.Teavalocity show. I respect
Absolutely.
everyone's perspective. I really do. Sometimes I change my mind if I miss something and I listen to somebody and they give me more clarity on what they're talking about and something I miss, then that's fine. But I will say this. I believe in my heart of hearts, and this is how I believe from March. I just truly believe that he gained more than Bree did. Now, all of us gain content, and that's what this thing is about. Is YouTube, is commentary, is content. We all gain content, but also I believe some dark hardship could come from this shit. I really do believe some dark hardship could come from this. We have to watch it play out. I'm not wishing anything bad to happen to anyone, but I guess because I was warned so deeply that I believe is true. That sometimes we fuck with people, we think we invincible, and it ain't even about being scared. It's just how far these people will go into your private lives and your family private lives and what they will do to make you think that you are 100 with them, that you're good with them, and then turn against you. Because it's strange how that binary and Bri thing happened, y'all. It's strange. The little bit
Well,
I know about it.
what I don't want nobody to misunderstand is Cole is not a saint. Okay,
Yeah.
Cole plays the chill. I don't want my family involved.
Mm.
I don't want it, I just want peace. But he do
Mm-hmm.
it, he spew his stuff in a different way. And
Mm-hmm.
got to be able to catch it. You got to be on him to be able to catch it.
Mm-hmm.
That's how he moves.
Yeah. And see,
And
he doing that shit now. He doing it with MBK, but I'm gonna let them brothers continue to, hey, informant sugar baby. I saw your stuff today, very informative. I'm gonna let them brothers do their thing. But here's something I picked up. Oops, I apologize, humbly. Go ahead. I cut you off, sis.
no, it's fine. We could go on to MBK.
No,
I
now.
feel I feel with them two, MBK isn't used to cold, and he has to get used to cold. Like the first time they fell out,
Nah.
MBK didn't realize that Cold was trolling him. I don't care how
Mhm.
much I put in the chat, chill, he's trolling you. He would not catch on that Cold was trolling him. So now he
Mhm.
learned how to troll a little, and I
Mhm.
feel like MBK's getting something from Cole, and Cole's getting something from MBK. He's learning his way. MBK didn't
Okay.
run this time. When ZX docs that family, he didn't run this time. He said he normally run. So that's something to
Mm.
look at. And then Ghetto automatically running from the panel. My family, my wife, I got to go.
Mhm. Mhm. Well, see, I'm glad you see it that way, because this is the way I see it.
Let's go.
Oh, they not gonna like me. I think Code is using MBK. They're a hell of a match now. They definitely a yin and a yang. But I noticed that MBK, and bruh, I know sometimes you up in my clouds and I'm just saying. But I believe that Binary is using MBK for his own good. See, MBK don't want to start a channel. He don't want to start a channel. He just been begging to do content, and he think he found the home with Code. But
Mhm.
these last days, shit is getting shaky to me, Jamila. I'm side eyeing Code, what he's doing. I'm side eyeing him, Jamila, and you be over there.
Why you side eyeing them? Because what is he doing
Nah,
that nobody else is doing? We do it in our own
nah.
sector.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I guess everybody use everybody. Nah, man. Nah. MBK is over there talking the shit, taking the heat, getting drugged, and Code is sitting back fucking trolling. That's the difference. And MBK is serious, and Code is trolling. That's the difference to me. And now all of a sudden, now they are using each other. They are using each other, but it is
Mhm.
something more I'm about to get at. Now all of a sudden, it seems like people are back coming after MBK, and Code is just backing down. Like he just fucking over there ad living. Code, I know you up in the clouds, and you could go ahead and put this on your morning show, because that's what I believe in my heart of hearts. I believe that MBK will soonly be disposed by Binary. That's just me.
I think when a content creator say look out for a certain date they channel changing, I believe I definitely believe that it's going to be a couple of people disposed. He's looking for his core.
Okay, so you said Miss T is all scripted. They know what they are doing. They who, baby? When you say they, I noticed that. And see, I noticed Code don't want to be a part of that. So you can believe what you believe.
But we
Um,
looking at Cole and Bri, right? But what
huh?
about, I said we looking at Cole and Bri, but then
Mm-hmm.
we got a Nest and Shakim too. Nest helps Shakim. She be on his
Mm-hmm.
panel, so it
Mm-hmm.
goes both ways. So who's using who? They
I
feel
think.
like they using them to get what they need. And direct, Bree was telling Cole, like, you need to talk about this, sort of kind of telling him how he need to run it to get his channel right.
Mm-hmm.
And Cole go over there and he bring some of his people and he talk about his sector. The
Mm-hmm.
next get paid, and then she go support, Shakim and redirect. So I feel like every content creator got in their head what they want to do is how
Mm-hmm.
the cards are played on the table.
Oh, okay. At Perry Nando VS also had the date on her wall. Something is brewing. Yeah, that's what I think too. I think something else is going on. You know, I be a little bit everywhere and I pick up bits and pieces. So I'm just gonna let it play out. Yeah, they are using each other, but I think one is using more than the other. And so, you know,
How
that's
can we
how it
determine?
goes.
How can you determine whether? I mean, using is using. How can you determine who's using more than what? You know, using is using. Mz.Teavalocity.
Oh, good question. Just look at this. Just look
Okay.
at this. See, Kimberly be around a couple of places too. I just want to make that known. Well, I guess they both are using each other. I'm gonna leave it like that. They both are using each other. He's getting to use Cole's platform to do his commentary, what he said he always wanted to do, but he didn't want to be a content creator. So he's using MBK to be the bad guy, you know, to let him be the bad guy, cuss folks out and do all that crazy shit and go off. And MBK he's doing that on his own. But I mean, if you watch, it's always bad cop, good cop, and it looked like the good cop doesn't do very much, but it looked like the bad cop is the villain. So I
Yeah, the
guess
good
they
cop
balance
gonna
each other
instigate
out.
the bad cop.
Huh?
The good cop gonna instigate the bad cop. The bad cop like the clout. The clout. It's the clout.
Mm, I guess so. I guess so. I just see things a little
MBK is the
different.
clout right now.
Yeah. See, beef sector is probably a little more on my side. Uppity Code isn't scared. He is using MBK. He is a master manipulator. That's how I figure him to be as well. The oldest play in the book, good cop and bad cop. Yeah, that's what I
Mhm.
believe. But that's just like me. But Jamila, somebody said 100. So we got out of this that no one is using no one. Everybody is gaining something out of it, even if it's just content, right?
Mhm.
Okay. Objectively is necessary to understand what is going on. You know what? I could be easily confused when, for me, my perspective and my observations are that they are running plays. A lot of people, y'all know, I always say they running plays. I think some people are running plays, and I think some people are serious, and I think some people just need to watch the fuck out.
But
Just
they're
watch
getting
out.
what they want. They're getting what they want, right? Because we wanted them to do history on the beef sector, right? But look at the whole beef sector talking about all of them and what they got going on and what's up with them, and we don't know, and we're confused. So we have
Mhm.
to take a step back and look at that.
Mm. I tell you one thing I noticed too, and I'm a turn. I'm a segue into this. I've always felt this, and I've always said this. It's something about hosts. You know, there has to be a good balance of a host. A lot of times, I think when one person, if you hosting the show, one person gets all the shine, and we see this happen over here quite a bit. So, and I'm just gonna leave it like this. I see it all the time. I see it happen all the time. When one person, if you and I are co-hosting and you getting all the shine, right? And just say, it's my channel, is my panel, but you my co-host,
Uh-huh.
it seems to draw a distinction, not a distinction, I'm wrong, a distance between each other. But I wanted to use another word. I just can't think. I think when you co host like that and one person gets all the attention, the other person really gets a little bit of jealous and envious. And I believe that that's why co hosting with people sometimes don't last. It just don't last because I think
I mean,
one
that's
gets
a
jealous at
possibility. That's a possibility, Miss T.
mm-hmm.
But then it depends where you are. Cause I don't know. I'm not if I was a co-host, jealous or what? Like you're gonna get some shine, your points are gonna be good points, people are gonna root you on, and then I'm gonna get some cool points. People are gonna root me on. Not everybody's gonna like us, and not everybody and we're not gonna like everybody.
Yeah, but sometimes I just, from my observation, Jamila, here, it seems like that for, I'm gonna say for the women, we see our
Oh, it's
own
a lot
women
of
over.
jealousy. Yes,
There's a lot of
a
jealousy,
lot of
and
jealousy.
and if you co-hosting with somebody, it seems like when one person start getting all the attention, it cause a shit. I want to say a division somehow. It causes division, and then the show go. Then the show is no longer because someone's gotten jealous of the other person, and I've seen that a lot over here. Free think. Let me hit on this. The chemistry between MBK and Code is good. I enjoy it, but I'm beginning to see something different. It's not that I'm interested in dividing them. I could just see shit coming down the pipe. Now I hope the show lasts because I've always told people whether people are not over here like it or not, I am who I am. I'm a free thinker. I've always said I like this show. I'm just seeing shit. I just see something different. And I could be wrong. In my spirit, I see them. Let's just see after
Well,
July.
that's why I like to talk to you, Mz.Teavalocity, because sometimes
No.
I have different opinions from you, but
Yeah,
your
you
opinion
do.
is valid and my opinion is valid, you know?
Right. No, no, MBK is not an Umar boy. He claimed, and this is what MBK
No.
said, he met them after. No. And I think the brother just somehow saw what was going on over here and got
Mm-hmm.
attached to them, and he wanted to do a show, and he liked whatever Code had to offer, and he did a show with Code. But it's so crazy. MBK is strong. He was strong for Ness. He still rocks with Ness. And Binary was strong for Bri, and he no longer rocks with Bri. I just want to see how everything plays out. That's all.
But again, Cole is one of the Umar men. MBK is not.
Right.
MBK has a different agenda from Cole.
Mm.
Everybody has an agenda for YouTube because that's why
Oh,
we.
we all do.
But we don't know what the agenda is. An MBK agenda, he sort of spoke out. I don't want to do a channel. I just want to
Right.
grind, tell my point of view. I like to go back and
Mm-hmm.
forth a little bit and go on about my day and do what I do. He's a hard rider finesse. Where Cole, he have a channel. So maybe
Mm-hmm.
his agenda was a little different to get something out of it. But in order to grow your channel, we all have to sort of kind of
Mm-hmm.
go on other people's channels, talk to get something out of it, to grow our own channel.
You right. You right. We all have an agenda. I do. I have it just like anybody else. So we come down here and we want the content. And in all fairness, they brought new content over here. They brought new characters and new
They
content.
did.
It just seems like uh some of it may not be good for the sector. And
Right.
again,
You got to watch out for who's not
right.
good.
And here's the craziest thing. MBK says it best. You guys, when it's all said and done, is YouTube. Is YouTube. They're not sectors. We're just a group of people who decide to hang out together. And because of and what you explained to me today, how they create sectors, and then we go talk about beef what is it, beef sector 2.0, and creating their own new sector. I talked to Brooke and Rodney about that, but I digress. Let me go back over
Well,
here. And
Mz.Teavalocity, I would like to say congratulations for making it to the Beef Sector 2.0.
wait, not so damn fast. Just like I told Brooke and Rodney, Mz.Teavalocity is over here, just Mz.Teavalocity, okay? That's all I am. I'm not trying to be nobody's OG. I'm not trying to be nobody beef sector 2.0. But anyway, see here, right here, Femi. Now I see Free Thinker, I see you, and I see a lot of people right here, Femi. Right here, Femi. Right there, Fem. Right there. That's what I'm talking about. All in a nutshell. And I'm gonna leave
But
that.
y'all don't think Cole know that?
That's
Y'all
why it's
don't
gonna
think
cause
Cole know
division.
that? But it's building his channel. See what? Okay, this is the way I look at it. You know, just like we say, some of the ones, I'll use our sector, some of the ones in our sector that go on the panel and we get tired of and they get kicked off and cussed out and they come back, that's building their numbers. Why they keep coming back? Because it's building their numbers and making them
It's
relevant,
all content,
and
right?
it's giving them entertainment. It's giving us
Mm,
entertainment, right? So you
mm.
think Cole don't know that Cole is winning as well as MBK? MBK is getting his clout he won, and Cole is
Oh,
building his channel.
okay. So that is a balance. Okay, I got you. It's a balance. Hey, listen. I love hearing other perspectives. It's a balance. It's a balance to you. I see it, and I guess I use the term that they're using, like that in the negative way to make it sound really negative that he's using but I just see something different coming, and I'm just going to sit back and wait, you know and just let everything play out, in
Mhm.
reference to these people, what they over here for, what's going to happen. Maybe nothing is going to happen. Maybe it's people just blowing it up. I don't know.
That
I'm
part,
just
it could be that
saying,
part too.
yeah, I'm just saying that I got a warning that I personally took heed to, and I just brought it to the sector. That's all I did. I just brought it to the sector. Hey, somebody gave me a warning that these new characters are coming into play, and to be very careful, Mz.Teavalocity, because they operate at a higher capacity.
Now, I definitely believe that. I believe when it comes to fighting, and you know how we say you can't tell nobody how to fight. I'm a true believer of that. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I think when I did my research and found out a couple of little things more, I'm like, oh, well, B sector, your doxing ain't the doxing that they give, and I don't think
Mm-hmm.
we want that part of our lives, especially the ones that have their things together in life. Now, if you have nothing to lose, you're gonna go fully
Right.
hardcore.
Mm-hmm.
But if you have things to lose, you're not gonna want to finagle with stuff like that. Nobody wants
Right.
life like that. Look at
Right.
Cole. He
Right.
don't want you in your. He don't want nobody in their life. So when
Mm-hmm.
he explained, also Mz.Teavalocity, when he explained going back to Raw, when Raw entered into his meeting at the his school board meeting, I thought that was like, wow,
Mm-hmm.
that's personal.
Mm. Mm. Yeah, I think it gets deep with some of these people, and it's a little bit deep for
Hmm.
me. If you just take this as YouTube and entertainment, I think people will be fine. Uh, but I believe when you get too deep and you get into bed with some of these people, it could be really harmful to you, and you may not know because you might not play games on that level. Everybody
Hmm.
can't play chess. Some people just say, I play chess and not checkers, and actually they playing checkers, not chess. Everybody is at, just different levels. And the
Right.
shit that I heard, and even from what Grish was reading, it got kind of deep over there. Oh yeah, please, Kimberly, everybody, please make sure. Locally, yeah, it starts locally. So we just gonna have to watch. I got a feeling Miss T knows more than what she wants to expose. She's revealing light work. Who are you protecting, Miss T? Let the truth set the people free. I'm protecting Mz.Teavalocity. When it's all said and done, I'm protecting Mz.Teavalocity, baby. That's who I'm protecting. Mm-hmm. That's who
Yes.
I'm protecting. Because see, for me, this is just YouTube. This is just YouTube. I'm never going to dig deep in people's lives like that or try to affect people's livelihood. That shit is nothing I even would think about because that's not the person I am. And I think it gets too deep. But from what I heard is, like I said, the last person has entered the game, and we'll see what happens after this. The last person that I was told to enter the game, and it seemed like that person has entered the game. So we'll just see how it plays out over here. See, this person, free thinker, B sector. Now, this is a person that ass I see everywhere. She's a mod everywhere too, but she's, I think she's a good mod, and I think she gives some
That's
good input.
Yes,
Yeah.
free thinker, you are absolutely correct. That's all I've been saying. Yeah, we're telling people to do research, but we better do our research if we're playing with them too, so we know what we're getting into. So I made sure I did my research.
Yeah, Q. I was another one that was kind of yelling out warnings. She was warning. She was yelling out warnings, and didn't nobody take heed. So let them
Nobody
just
hurt.
do.
Nope.
Just, I mean, hey, you are a subby. You have control. You have control basically more than you know over content creators platform. See, that's why I'm so grateful for my subbies, and that's why I really don't play. Okay, look, this conspiracy, baby, go ahead and think so. See, Nessie Pooh, I'm glad you dropped your ass.
Said it's
This
one for the
conspiracy
book.
live is one for the books, baby. I hope it is. I just hope it is a conspiracy theory. I think I done outdid your friend, huh, over here, Nessie Pooh. But I'm glad you listening to it. We'll just see it play out. We'll just see it play out. This conspiracy. Go ahead, girl. Go ahead. Go ahead. Q, I've been trying to tell y'all too. I am not everywhere. I only have 3 wrenches. Oh, I've seen you in a lot of places, and you do a lot of commenting, free thinker. And I thought you was a good mod. You're almost like a Ron P, huh? But
Ron P a good mind. He an excellent mind. So
that's what Ron
I
P and
support
Ron P will
you.
keep you up to date. Look at this one. This one asking, who is the AFW? You go do your research. I think Grish was over on YouTube
Unlock
camera. If y'all miss YouTube camera, you guys may want to go over there. I know for me, Jamila did a little research on them first, and she came back and told me about it. And my source, who's really, really knowledgeable of shit in reference to a lot of stuff, told me about them long time ago. Told me a long time ago. So I'm shocked you don't know already. Q, I'm shocked you. What? Yeah, this. Go ahead.
How I
I'm.
do it was the business. Now go research.
Yep. Just go do your research on your own. Just do your research on your own. Hey, listen.
She said incognito. You just told it's not incognito no more.
She said, Ness, I am doing incognito research. So go ahead. Then QI could come back and tell us, like I said, listen,
It's crazy.
I'm just going on what I was told. And sometimes we don't take heed to people's warning. And we laugh it off and shit. But some people could really get into your life. Just think about all these people. All of us have a job. All of us have a job. I researched AFW. No, that's not what. No. Look at this one being funny trolling. But everyone has a job, and we don't know what jobs these people hold and how it can affect us. Look, if AFW not changing the election outcome, I'm Kimberly. I hope they.
Oh
Oh
my
Lord
God,
Jesus.
I need help with that election.
Oh, I'm so worried about the election.
Oh my
Oh
God.
my gosh.
Who's
That
running
debate.
independent? I'm on the independent route.
Oh my gosh. I'm
I need
worried
the
about
independent
that
route.
too. Thank you, Kimberly. Kimberly, thank you for reminding me. Hey, I'm a girl. What Black Girl Code said. So I like free thinker. May be biased because of your name. Yeah, free thinker. Oh, look at ICAT. 76% of these people do not work. Stop playing. Okay. You be having a lot to say about me too, I babe. I heard you talk shit about me too, but that's what you do. So
Oh,
shit,
that's
like I give
IB.
you a pass. That's I babe. Yeah.
But that,
She
but
be right.
but that's a fact, Miss T. And didn't they have time to research people's lives? I don't know how they do it. I can't stay up with the content, then get down here and want to get into somebody. Girl, you gotta have time for that. When you got a life, you gotta run a house, you got family. You ain't got time for all that mess. You got time for you. So I'm just saying, you can't have.
Listen.
Listen.
Black girls code. I don't think you directing that to me, but if you are, I want to say something about that. I'm not less popular. I'm not less popular by all. I'm well known, just like I need to be, and I've done it all on my own, darling. All on my own. So I am sharpening my craft. I don't think you was talking about me. Hopefully not. Like I said, I am complaining and talking about the new characters because I got word that all money ain't good money, and just to be very careful of the people that I engage with. So yes, I am worried. Okay, baby. Look at, she said, Miss T, I ain't talking about you. But so I'm just telling the people, be careful of the people we engage with. This is not a conspiracy. This is not a scare tactic, you know. But people
Look
could
at
do what
YouTube. Look at YouTube like life, Mz.Teavalocity. You know,
they.
it's the
Yeah.
older generation and then it's the younger
Ah,
generation.
yeah.
And the younger generation is like 2.0, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's in real life. So when we look at YouTube, the older generation is sitting back watching like these kids is crazy. Look at the stuff they do. They the 2.0. That's all I see.
Oh, so let's talk about me being in you. Okay, so I talked to Rodney the other day. Hey, grown folks, I jumped on Rodney's live, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I wanted to ask because Brooke and Rodney was up there saying whether they were B sector, and I think it's so funny when Rodney say that, "Am I B sector? Am I B sector?" Because he really wants to be part of the B sector family.
I need to understand it.
Listen, y'all, it's YouTube. You whoever you want to be on YouTube. That's the beauty of YouTube, Rodney. Don't worry about it. If you want to be in the beef sector, honey, just come on over. You are beef sector. You whoever you want to be. That's what's good about YouTube. A lot of the personas, right? A lot of the personas, everybody could develop, get it and click live and give them a chance. Rodney, it's okay. So Rodney thought I was an OG. No, no, no. Those names belong to people who were here way before me, Rodney. I haven't even done half of the videos and half of the dragging, the gagging, and the roasting, or nothing to earn that title according to Beef Sector. I don't want any titles. All I want is my title of being Mz.Teavalocity and the Gems family, the gemologist and Gems family. We don't need B
That's
Sector
right.
2.0. But Ness, I'm glad you're here because as I was asking these questions, Rodney said, hell yeah, I'm B Sector. He said, they done doxed me down to my social security, my socks. I'm B Sector. Brooke, what about you? Brooke said, hell yeah, I'm B Sector. Shit, they was just doxing me last week. And Miss T, you know. And she was cussing at somebody in the chat. She said, so hell yeah, I'm B Sector. I earned my way. And so I said, let me get up here and ask them the questions that I'm asking in the chat that they ignore. What is Beef Sector 2.0? What is Beef Sector 2.0? And so
I get the
Brooke,
younger generation.
so Brooke commits to tell me is Ness, her, Rodney, and some other people. And so I said, well, are y'all trying? Okay, baby, we could do that. And so I said, oh, so I said, so you all are trying to create a new sector. And Brooke said, yes. So now I know who 2.0 is. Is Ness trying to start her new sector, which involves Brooke, Rodney, and who else? Who else, Ness? Because she clearly said that it was you, her, and some other people. Brookie was in here earlier because I was so confused on 2.0. Is it the younger version of the older beef sector? Jamila, how did you understand it?
I believe it's the new people that just came out that the OGs are not taking in. So they made their own sector to be 2.0. And that's
Mm.
what she said. It's the sector.
Oh, okay. So I really don't know
And
where
yes, Ness is a part of that. So I really would like to hear all about it.
Okay. So Black Code is very knowledgeable too, and sweetheart, sorry. So they said is the younger version of the beef sector.
Not so much the younger, but the newer content creators, I should say.
Oh, okay. So the newer content creators is the beef sector 2.0. They were so excited, Jamila, that Brooke wanted to get t-shirts. I think, oh no. I'm lying, Brookie. If you here, come set my ass straight. Brooke said, and Rodney did. Now listen to this. Brooke said, follow me, and Rodney did. Brooke said they should put 2.0 behind the name. And now I see Rodney Devo 2.0.
Now this look, I laugh at everything because I just find it all amusing when it hit me. But 2.0.
I just said they created a new. Oh, it's not a new sector, Miss T. It's just newer subbies. Oh, but I asked
New
Brooke. Now
content.
hold on, Black Girls Go, because I asked her, and she said they're creating a new sector. That's different than just new subbies. They should create new sector with new names. It makes more sense, but they are too busy trying to hold onto beef sector case. So Ness, when you go do your live, baby, or you could what that's did you create a new sector and I missed it? And I wasn't invited to join your new sector? Is it for young people? Because y'all forever call me my ass old, So was it for that? Well, the other day Bree said I'd never accepted in the B sector, so I might as well be this new sector. I'm not mad at it. Oh, is that what it is? New subby content
Okay,
creator.
so going back to Rodney, he always be like, "Am I beef sector?" Okay, can someone tell me like what is it to be beef sector? Do you get perks? Like what really is it? Because if I'm here and I've been here all that time, I'm rocking with the beef sector, right? But I'm a little independent, so I'm gonna rock and roll with who I would like to on my own.
Yeah,
I don't know if like what is it to be beef sector? I just need the definition. Like what you get. Is it just the acceptance?
I don't know. Hey, Brooke was real proud to wear the title, and so was Rodney, because I know Rodney has been trying to get in this beef sector. I know he's been trying to get in. Kimberly right here, and this is the reason why that now they probably denounced Mz.Teavalocity, because I'm sick of the sector shit. How about it's just YouTube, y'all? We just down here doing YouTube. Anywhere else. I don't know why we get so caught up, but Rodney has been so upset. He's been so upset that he hadn't been accepted into the beef sector. So he wore the title Beef Sector 2.0 proudly. And now you got Ness down here saying she never talked about it. She never coined the name 2.0. They said you started the sector.
But what Ness is saying, well, what they're saying in the chat, that Ness and Lemon should come up with their own sector and branch out, right? But if Ness and Lemon do that, who's the head of the beef sector to give the key to being a part of it? I'm confused.
I just wanted to run that by y'all today, and I thought maybe somebody could help me out with it, because I damn sure jumped on Rodney's platform, and I'm glad Brooke was there to help me out, her and Rodney, because I really did know. I saw the name keep running through the streets 2.0, but I didn't know who 2.0 was. But now I know B Sector 2.0. Rodney has it behind his name now. Is Brooke, Ness, I'm sorry, she said it was you too.
Oh, wait, we have one in the chat. Look, Leanne, go to the last comment.
Wait, she a 2.0?
Yeah, she a 2.0, honey.
Where? Leanne, I have to drop down what that means for me, who originally had the 2.0 in my name. Oh, Leanne, so you be Sector 2.0, baby? They say Olivia is in B sector, and I disagree with that. Ness is B sector. She has been around longer than Lemon. Lemon is second generation B sector. Ness is original. Ooh, you guys really got this well put together. And here's another 2 point. Are you B sector 2.0? I'm just trying to figure out where these people are at, so when I go to their chats, I address them properly.
As such.
That's another conspiracy. No, Brooke told us that, Nessie. Brooke told us that you were you started the sector 2.0. Now,
Yeah,
Brooke,
that's
am
what was told. You were part of it, Ness. You were part of 2.0.
she did
Lynn was
say
part
that.
of 2.0.
So
Brooke, Rodney, all y'all are part of 2.0. So I'm
right.
just trying to figure out what actually is. Wait, who holds the key to the beef sector? If y'all hold the key to the 2.0, so
Wait, hold on. Ness is B sector, but she wasn't accepted, hence her being Craig. I'm gonna tell
so
you if you guys really
Craig was accepted and not Ness.
well well, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. If it was a name thing or
Jesus,
a area thing, Ness was definitely here a long time ago, baby. I
she
knew
definitely
Ness
was.
long time ago, even when she was in her Craig element. Hold on, baby. I think this might be a 2.0. Are you a beef sector 2.0?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Ah,
Mm.
hey, Abby.
What's what's
she's
up,
like,
I
she's like,
baby?
she's like, oh, like in disappointment. No, I was,
No,
of course, I'm paranoid everywhere I go. Considering, it's kind of an embarrassment. You kind of don't want to like claim it. You know what I mean? Especially if you work like in the public sector, for example. You really don't want to, raise your hand and say, "Hey, I'm from the B sector." But the reason why I did click the link is because Mz.Teavalocity did read my community wall diary, and she
I sure did.
misinterpreted one of my posts as if it was a
Mhm.
dig at her, which it was actually a compliment. But of course, everything is subjective. However, in regards to like who's B sector and who is not, Brookie is from the R. Kelly sector.
Mhm.
The man that's in prison for actually,
Oh yeah, we know. Uh-huh.
yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
So that's that.
Mhm.
Nestle, she's been around for quite some time. I wouldn't say she was like B sector. She's pretty much in every sector. So she's like a cross-trained, well-rounded individual. You know what I mean? Like she's not like specific to any sector because she's in several sectors. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So like,
Uh-huh.
and then as far as the OGs, like even if I was an OG, I would not claim it. You know what I mean? Because of the
What?
negative connotation that comes along with.
Mhm.
You see what I'm saying? Because they do so much that's like malicious and like there's just so much vitriol and hatred. You see what I'm
You
saying?
think it's different than the old beef sector? I baby, you think it's different than the old beef sector?
It is different, but I have noticed that there isn't a lot of vitriol lately. There's more like there's like a little comedic vibe, considering that of course you guys don't like the new people, I know that. However, the new people, Shakim, for example, he's
Mm.
very, very funny to me.
Mm. Okay.
Hilarious. Let him get on camera.
And
Okay.
listen, I know you guys don't like, the new people. However,
No,
he
don't say
does.
that. No, no, no. No, it's not that I don't like the new people. I, along with other people, were just trying to figure them out and what they were bringing to the table. That's all, baby. Not that I don't like them. I'm
Just a little
cautious of
skeptical.
them.
Yeah,
I'm
but he does have the gift of the gab. He's very, very like he's like he kind of can pull you in. And then of course he does have that six pack. He has a V. And then Sassy went on Olivia the Oracle live yesterday and said that he went live and showed all his stuff. So I mean, like, he's like the camera type. He doesn't mind camming up and showing his stuff. You see what I'm saying?
so you like
Oh, so he's our male live stripper.
Well,
mm,
what I'm saying is people like to see, like, people that are at home and bored, they like to see stuff like that. You know what I mean? It sells, in other words.
oh,
I get
so
it. I get it.
you got a background noise. So I'm so you saying the new beef sector, the old beef sector should be ashamed of the new beef sector because of the way they're conducting themselves? Is that what you're saying?
Oh no, of course not. Of course, the old beef sector, they've been just as malicious as the new beef sector. You know what I mean? Like, so I feel like the new people are no worse off than the old people. They
Oh,
they all
okay.
pretty much do the same thing, and they're all pretty much on here for the same reasons. You know what I
I
mean?
feel
If it's
like
not for
when it's older
entertainment,
or
it's for
younger.
trying to come up, or for just to have a second like income, or maybe even a hobby. You know what I mean? Like it's just
Yeah.
like four. I feel like it's four categories. Um, Coming up, hobby,
Hmm.
entertainment, or to beg. You know what I mean? So like everybody's here for the same reason. You see what I'm saying? So there's no person that's worse off than the other person, and there's no person that's better than the other person. Everybody's
Your
on
mic
here,
going in and out, babe. Your mic
I
is
know,
really
I know,
bad.
I know. I'm in the parking lot at the hospital. But I just wanted to say that one thing earlier. Bump all the other stuff, but you
Mhm.
did misinterpret my one post.
Okay,
So I
baby.
just wanted to let you know about that one.
So you came back and you just went really hard at me. I
No, I
comprehension
just
is in the. So maybe I thought you said that I was on the phone with Bree and them.
no, no,
And
no, no,
you
not with
speaking.
Brianna. Like
Okay.
people think that I'm on the phone with Brianna.
No, I went back and
I
read
never
it.
spoke with her. Yeah.
I went back and read it, and I saw the clarity in it, baby. You just was telling me Mz.Teavalocity be on them phones and things, how you like to write your whole diary over.
Listen, trust me. Like if you saw the things that I saw on a daily basis, you'd have your own way of decompressing as well. You know what I mean? And like that's just the way I decompress by
Okay,
writing. So
you good. That's a
yeah,
very
that's what
nice
I've been
picture
doing.
of you. Is that you?
That is actually a Photoshop picture that somebody actually created
Uh,
for me. But
uh,
yeah. But
very pretty.
anyways, that's the
Beautiful.
only reason why I wanted to click the link. And then Jamila, she
Thank
just
you.
done got to where she don't even want to go live no more.
You don't go live either. What happened to you
Nobody
going
shows
I
live?
was
up.
about to say,
Look,
look at the cat
nobody
calling
shows
the kettle
up.
black.
You don't even go live yourself.
Look, nobody shows up. I mean, but I was like, look at Jamila all up over here. She don't even go live no more.
Well,
I
if you don't go live, baby, then they can't see. Like Jamila, if people didn't share out, the notifications won't go out. Look, I haven't been here a whole week, and Pizarro dropped down, told me today she didn't get a notification. So YouTube will do that to you. They'll not seeing your stuff out.
Yeah, but you know what? I feel like you've built like a consistent like like group of people
following.
that actually know that you're gonna go live. Like me,
Yeah,
I feel like I'm not consistent enough, and then sometimes I wake
right.
up on the wrong side of the bed one day and I might cuss everybody and their mom out. You know what I mean? So
Hmm.
I'm pretty much I'm pretty much
I
No,
hear
unpredictable.
you.
babe. I'm not consistent enough, so I rather just sit back. Roll with
See
who I
this
roll
Okay,
with.
I
person.
understand. Well, so I won't be so grilling you no more in the chat
But
because that's
that's
the thing
okay.
thing.
I one day I'm gonna hit that live button and be real consistent. And I'm gonna make sure you the first one there.
Because you be having knowledge, like you like not trying to put a label, but you do have like old school knowledge that would be beneficial for like the upcoming, YouTubers who, might not otherwise know the game, for example. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
But so yeah. But anyway, so that's what I
Thank
wanted to
you.
say, Miss Velocity, and I hope you guys have
Thank
a
you,
good rest of
baby.
the day. All
Good
righty,
to
bye.
see you. Thanks
Thank
for the
you. Have a
support.
good one.
Now, see how people take this shit? Look at this. People just love saying stuff, and they want you to answer so it could start to look. Oh no, QI, they said AAS is a doxed and she put people out their house, a bunch of lies. Fire live on the subject at QI so they know the history. So this person is saying some lies was told about AAS. Again, I don't personally know these people, you all. I'm just giving my commentary. Hold
See, I
on.
don't know her. I just know about the AFW stuff. I don't really know her. I know that's her business, but I don't know too much on her, so I wouldn't speak on her.
No. Okay. So again, I was asked, and I'm gonna do it nicely. Please, I ask you to refrain from using the lady's name, AAS. Take that stuff out of the chat because, again, what you all may think is light is not light to me. I said a source, and when I mean a good, strong source that's very knowledgeable, been around for years in this, in the whole YouTube, everywhere, they told me, please to refrain from saying her name. So thank you, Jamila, for not really saying her name. And you all, please don't put in the chat whatever y'all want to do. Like I said, YouTube cameras had a live over there, you know, and Grish did a lot of stuff over there, and they asked, and answered a lot of questions over there. Okay. So perhaps we should keep that over there. I was just saying what I was warned and told. And the reason why
Mitri said, I found out, stay away from that lady and leave her alone.
Yeah, Mitri, that's good. Okay, thank you, QI. I know you're very knowledgeable, but I know also that sometimes we just have to do what our gut feelings do. And I would think that if this person reached out to me when they heard me, and I hadn't really I hadn't really heard from them in a while, per se. When they reached out to me and they heard my video, they told me to just be very careful. And I took that heed because of some of the clips they showed me, some of the documents they had showed me, and from having conversation with them, I just decided to take the heed. Okay.
Okay.
So please, let's stay away from her name. Let's refrain from really mentioning her name, and it's all good. But again,
some jokes. Yeah, that one you're on. Can we just let everyone know that Talent is now Talented? He's rebranded. Just so y'all know, Talent is now
talented. Yeah, I know it was talented because of the way he was down here again, calling women bums and saying some shit I was reading back. Talent got a habit of doing that. But you know what? You guys could call a lot of stuff trolling, and I don't have a problem. And and thank you, QI. I don't have a problem with people saying trolling, and I don't have a problem with people speaking their mind. But Talent has been doing that for years, and I heard it was a big kerfuffle with him, and I think Nika and Yaya, I believe. And I believe that a lot of people got really, really upset at Talent. You know what? That's what he thinks about people over here, and I'm gonna believe it. And because I don't give a shit, because he don't know my personal life and I don't know his, you know, I'm just gonna let him be Talent, you know, because when he talk down on women, he talking down on whoever will accept that shit. But I heard that happen, and I hey, it is what it is. Talent been talking like that for years, ever since I've known him to be around here.
Well, Mz.Teavalocity, something Abe said, how people take YouTube. Like, YouTube is my entertainment, right? And everybody may not agree with me, but if we were in the internet just came up. This is social media. And if we say we're in a man's face, right? And they said them things to us, it would be handled differently, right? But if we were in a man's face, we wouldn't be popping off like we pop off, right? And I sort of kind of have like a up and down with that, because I'm not going to walk up to a man, because I'm not a man, and address a man, right? So when I hear a lot of going back and forth, I feel like this is the play area, right? Now, if you don't want to be disrespected, you don't put yourself in those elements. But if you put yourself in them elements, you can't tell a man what to say to you, because it's just words. Y'all going back and forth. And true, in life, in real life, words can hurt. It means something, but we don't know these people. So we're going back and forth. And now, because the man called the lady the B word, now we're very insulted. But that's what she's used to, because she's used to going back and forth. Where in real life, we're not going to walk up to a man and say that. We're going to get a man to handle a man. So I feel a little different about that.
Hold on the internet. Hold on. Let me see who this is, baby.
Okay.
Hello?
How you doing? It's under new management.
Oh, hey, under new management, babe.
Under new management.
Under new management. You know you changed your name 1,000 times.
No, I didn't change.
Oh, what happened, baby? I'm sorry. I forgot.
I'm sorry, under new management. You got so excited.
Yeah, I'm sorry, baby. I forgot that's you. So anyway, I wanted I wanted also for YouTube cameras to jump up here. I got a couple of questions. It's like you making excuses for his bad behavior, Jamila. Shit, I'm just saying.
I'll make bad excuses for nobody behavior, but if we look at real life, are we going to walk up to a man and cuss him out? Eh, No, we're
That's
not
you.
going to do that, and they can't get back at us, right? But when we on the internet, we'll degrade the heck out of a man, like nah. And just like some men will degrade the heck out of a woman, but you're going to get that same. The energy you give is what I'm giving back. Like nah, and just like some men will degrade the heck out of.
Turn your background off, baby. Turn your background off under new management. Hold on, sugar. YTC, that's you, beauty.
Yes, ma'am, it's me. Good
Yeah,
morning, Mz.Teavalocity. How are
Hey,
you? Life of Jamila,
sugar.
how are you?
hey babes.
I just got a couple of questions for you, baby. That's all.
Sure.
But under
Who
new
else is the
management,
other person?
under new
New
Exactly,
management.
management.
Hi,
from the
good
wall.
morning.
Exactly.
Go ahead. Go ahead, under new management. What's up, baby cakes? I see you. Hello?
Under new management.
Under new management. I'm gonna take it down for a minute.
Hello?
Oh, there you
Hello?
Oh, I can hear you now.
I
Mm-hmm.
hope everybody is having a good and blessed day. Hello to everybody on the panel and in the room as well. I wanted to stay in the back because I was going to write what I wanted to
Oh,
ask you.
I'll
But
drop you down. Go ahead.
also
I'll drop.
too, also too, can I say this one thing to
Absolutely.
everybody? I'm back to being single. I'm free. I just
Oh,
want everybody to know that. Uh,
now.
you,
How
oh,
you get
you
shit.
up
feel
here
me?
and
Oh
tell
my
me you
gosh, what?
being single?
You feel
Oh,
me, talent? Huh?
Oh
Why you get
God.
up here and tell me you back to being single? You not with LG no more. What you doing?
oh.
Oh boy.
We gonna have under new management love connection. Just hold on under new management while Jamila and I get it together, okay?
Okay, no
All
problem.
Because
right.
we gotta find you somebody solid. This bed hopping is getting on my damn nerve.
No, I ain't been hopping in nobody. No, 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 not me.
Under
Uh-uh.
new management been
I
going
don't
through
do
emotional roller coasters. That's what it's been.
that. I just want something simple, sweet, and nice, and honesty, and loyalty, and respectful.
Okay, I'm gonna get you one. Just hang on.
Oh my
We go.
gosh.
We oh no, we gonna work on the YouTube camera. Just hold on. She need love too. I don't want her to go through that emotional roller coaster anymore. I want her to find true love. They
You
got all these shows.
for
Why
real
you didn't?
YouTube cameras. You ain't see how under new management jumping on these panels going through an emotional roller coaster.
Yeah, she had. That's why I'm laughing and trying to be
Girl.
quiet.
Oh, is that YouTube cameras?
Okay.
I got a question from for you. You had a good informative live today, YouTube camera, and it sound
Thank
like
you.
yeah. Make sure y'all check out YouTube camera. Drop a link in the chat. She's another one. She's a great supporter. She's all over every what y'all call sector. She's very good and she's a great supporter. And I appreciate you so much. And I appreciate you sharing out my live, baby. Okay.
Oh, thank you. You're
I
welcome.
really
You're
do.
a supporter, so I support the people who support me.
That's what I'm learning to do. And it seemed like it's really just a group of us, but that's okay.
Yep.
Let's just keep moving on. Now, today, when all that information was given to you, at one point it seemed to me that you was a little baffled about what you was hearing. You was
Mm-hmm.
confused. I heard shock in your voice, but I also heard fear in your voice.
Yeah.
So tell me why. Tell me what took place.
Let me
Like,
tell you why.
okay,
The document, okay, now they're saying that the document, like some of the stuff there is not true. However, some of the stuff, right? I had heard the warnings, right? But it's hard to heed to warnings when you like it's saying like they have ways that they target people, they
okay,
target big pages. I don't have a big page, okay? I just have a platform like anybody else.
right.
Bree has a pretty big platform and they're saying all the stuff that they target that have specific people. But what got me was when they now came back, because when I did my analysis, I started the live of, I know it became a long live because they hit the panel, but I started doing analysis on their take on responding to Bree saying I don't wanna F with them anymore, right? Like I'm good, right?
That's
Um
Okay.
Yes, that's how it started. Bree did a live on Thursday night, right? And
Okay.
said, block them if they hit my chat. I think, with the exception of maybe Shakim and Remix, and Bree has to confirm that, but that's what I understood, right? And they
Mhm.
had been saying all of this stuff. They had been talking. I heard the lady that Bree
Just
got
make
into
sure
the
you don't
beef
mention
with,
her. Okay, okay. Let's
right?
refrain from mention, and that's crazy because when we want to give content, we really want to not use they, them, us, and them. But it's kind of hard, especially
It's
when
hard.
you don't want to become a part of it. Basically, you want to do commentary, and it sounds kind of like an oxymoron, but you don't want to really involve yourself that deep into it. But I know, go ahead, continue on. You was in fear. It sounded like you was in fear when Grish was telling you that stuff.
Yes, because they said so. It's not just, the targeting of the big page, right? But then
Mhm.
when we went into detail of that lawsuit that Grace has shared, she has shared it on she shared it like 2 days ago. It's on her wall still, right? I shared the link, but people don't really look at it. But if you go really in detail, it talks about, like, in the lawsuit, using that to stalk people, using that to
Mhm.
like making fake police calls for police report, like
Mhm.
this lady allegedly, like, targeting this lady. She had
Allegedly.
to move, like
Mhm.
stalking, using YouTube page to target certain people, and it was
Mhm.
just like a lot of information. And when people, ours, right, as you can see, like, we tried to read it, myself, Sassy, like, we were trying to, like, really break it down, like, what the heck, why did they keep warning us, what is it about this group, right? And so we're seeing all of this, taking ownership of somebody's home, like
Mhm.
trying to take advantage of them financially, and
Mhm.
taking them to court frivolously or whatever, right? We're trying
Mhm.
to read it without really knowing all of that. It was already a lot as it is. So then I'm like, but still, why can't you guys just say, you keep saying all this stuff about, like, breathe, he's like, we're warning you. I kept hearing them say, we warned you, we see the stuff already happening. And it's like, who are you talking about? Who are these
Mhm.
people? Can you tell
Uh-huh.
us what YouTube channels you're talking about, and what did they do? How are they isolating her? How are they targeting her? Is it just her? Is it the subbies? Is it the moderators? Like, all of that. So it was a lot of information, right?
Mhm.
And when they started to hit the channel, they really started dropping names finally, because it was like, I finally said, listen, you're saying all of that. We hear it. Like, but you got to help us here.
So
Who is
y'all
part
was
of this
asked.
group?
So when y'all was asking the name, I was also there as well, and I noticed that they did drop some names, but I did notice also YouTube camera. I don't know if you was aware, but Jamil, I don't know if you was aware. You was there too, and anybody else. I noticed that certain people see, and I noticed even over here, you guys, certain people drop down in your chat together. But I noticed a lot of those
Yeah.
people weren't there.
They came in the
Um,
group. They dropped
they
down in the
weren't
group.
there, but they dropped down at, somewhat towards the end, as in the group. So
Mhm.
that will make me believe that perhaps they still are connected in some kind of way.
Oh, they are. They are. And I think what happened is they shared it. They probably said, hey, get over here, right? This is happening, because I really was analyzing what they had said, because I was in the clouds listening. I didn't drop down in their chat, right? So they didn't see me. I may have shared the stuff, right, to one of the supporters that supports me. I may have shared it, but I was in the clouds. I was listening because it kept bothering me. I saw part of that lawsuit and what it said, but we still, remember, the lawsuit had government name, so it didn't do anything. I don't care about the government name. We don't know their government name. We want their YouTube channel name. Who are you saying is targeting people? Who is, like, doing these tactics that you're talking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's where the questions came about. And so when they dropped down, you can see, like, as people were waking up and they were sharing, they probably shared it, right? And if they, like, maybe message, or if they're in a chat or whatever, that probably is what happened. There were a lot of people in
Mm-hmm.
the clouds, right?
Right. So I see some people was dropping down. I saw that Sassy was trying to get through
Thanks, Vici.
some of
Mm-hmm.
it, but again, uh, one thing about it is that before people start saying things and attaching people to something, they have to know solid proof and facts. You know, and people was telling y'all not only read that document, but read other court documents.
Yeah, we
You
never
know,
knew that up until today. We didn't know none
Right.
of that. Right.
mm-hmm,
Okay, so no, we didn't know that, but remember YouTube cameras? I said be very careful. Remember
You
that picture? I
did. You
told you
did.
that,
Yes.
and I told you like they part of some AFW. I warned you about all that. I couldn't give you details because I don't know details about them, but I told
mm-hmm.
you it's deeper than our sector, social security numbers and all that. So I told you be very careful, and that's why I was like, "How you know that girl wasn't part of that group?" No, I think she was, and you see she was. So you have to protect yourself.
Well, let me ask you something. Do you believe, you know, you've been around and you know, from having your life today, do you believe perhaps that it could have been the content creators could have been in jeopardy somehow? You think Bree was in jeopardy, YouTube camera, from what you heard today? Do you believe
Yes.
Bree channel and Bree's probably livelihood was in some type of jeopardy, and that's why she said that she's not going to talk about them? You know?
Yeah, I think it was a host of things, right? I believe that it came off as they banded together, even though the lady that she got in the beef with, when she was saying it, people were like, okay, you're doing too much. I also felt she
Mm,
was doing too much, but because she wasn't providing it to the right audience, right? I don't
mhm.
know that Lemon's platform was necessarily, they're not going to take her
Right,
seriously. They kind of want to see the fight, they want to see the beef. It
right.
would have been good to go to a platform
Mhm,
that will listen, that it takes it seriously. And so it came off as like, is she projecting? Is this what she's predicting? Does she know
mhm,
something more? Right. And
mhm,
then the people that support Brie, that like Brie, that are from the sector,
mhm,
that were also given the same warning. I think
mhm.
Bree's thing was like, why you can't hit my link and come talk to me? I support
Right.
you. You
Mhm,
guys come to my chat. I come to your chat. Why didn't you guys just come talk to me? Right. And she has every
mhm,
right to feel like that. Why didn't they hit her link? Right. If you're so worried about me, why didn't you come sit? And to that extent, I would say that they did. Okay. They've warned, they've said something like life with Jamila said, right? But we didn't know the context. We didn't know how far it got, because some of these questions, right? You hear warning time and time again. Then you have to think like, damn, okay, what exactly? Then you start asking questions.
right.
Then you see a lawsuit, and you start talking, seeing YouTube channels. They're stalking. They're doing this. Then you're gonna ask the right questions to the people who. One of the ladies that hit my panel, she said she was attacked. She said what she did when she got attacked. There were people in
Mhm,
the chat. Some of them were evasive. They didn't want to say names because they were like scared or didn't want to
mhm.
be in a place full of 400 and something people to where
Right.
someone can take it and they'll become a target, right? So they
Mhm,
were being evasive. They didn't say anything
mhm.
until today when the young lady hit the panel, and I was like, asking, and Grish was asking, and Grish having done the research when they started doing all this warning, she had already done the research and found this document, right?
Mhm, mhm.
And just kind of like started wondering like, okay, well, what else is there? Like, what are we talking about? Let's really look at this document. What does this mean, right? So
Uh-huh.
I mean, yeah, it was scary because if they keep telling you, and I had heard from multiple people, not just one or two, right? They had said it, and I had heard names maybe like 2 days ago, yesterday, of other people that I thought,
Mhm,
and some of those names were confirmed. But what happened today was that we heard more names that had dealings and how they were attacked, what happened to
mhm.
them, and whether or not they're still part of the,
Organization.
yeah,
So you remember when they came and damn near took over your platform that day when we all was in there and you was going back and forth.
yeah.
So so you remember that basically that's where some of it started. And I'm not saying in a bad way. I know I just took it out. Thank you, Kimberly, because we asked kindly. But again, we don't know who these people are, you guys. We don't know who the troll pages. We know trolls are coming in here. They acting like they're confused and they're dropping different things in here. They dropping the lady's name. They drop AFW. that's where they started it, right? See, Max remember, and that day he, the money, the man with the money.
That's the day.
That's the day all that shit
Oh,
started.
he was attacked, and he wouldn't talk about it until much later. He really, remember, he kind of disappeared. We didn't know why he disappeared. People were saying that he ran for whatever reason. But when they talk about the person with the license that was attacked, he was the one, because he's a therapist. They tried to take his license.
Yeah.
He was in a bunch of lawsuits with them. Some of the people he named that
Yeah.
were doing behind the scenes, they confirmed that today, because I asked, because I listened to that live. I was like, oh my gosh, okay. He
Mm-hmm.
said all the stuff they were doing behind the scenes, and some of that was confirmed today.
Mm-hmm.
So
So yeah.
this is my thing. I'm listening to YouTube cameras. Okay, so we know what they do as far as criminally or whatever, but who are they, right? So
Mm-hmm.
we have to go back in history, and that's something that I did at the beginning. That's how I knew all that, to see who they think of them, who they think AFW is, what names they give out, and then that way you'll know who's part of what, where, when, and how. But the court documents is not going to tell us that. It's just going to tell us how bad it could get for them.
Yeah. Right. That's what one of them was saying. One of the guy, right? The guy that first hit there, he's
Mm-hmm.
still like, listen, I want to know. Like, when I did that, like, you're not telling me anything. Like, we were getting, like, if you listen, Grish and I were like, what are you talking? We want names. Like, what are you talking about? You're being very evasive. Whatever you're saying is not helping. He was telling us that the stuff in the court document, they were laughing in the chat. The stuff in the court document is not, it's not, some of it is not true. Well, we don't know what is true or not. They have experience with that. Why don't you come tell us? Since you're telling us, you're warning us, you're saying, Bree, hello, like, the lady she fought with said that she felt like they were 70% into whatever they were doing to her channel, right? So I was thinking, like, what do you mean 70%? Is that a prediction? Are you sure? Is that based on whatever the heck you think? Like, where are you getting that from? What is it that we don't know? Why wouldn't you tell us? And then you're over here saying we're warning you. So they did that, right? This young lady that hit the panel didn't have to, but she was like, here, I'm just gonna tell it because I had a fight with them, right? And so that's when they started telling all the details that we didn't know about, and clarifying the stuff about the document, right? And what part
Yeah.
was true and what part, and then elaborated more.
That dark web is notorious.
Yeah. See, I was told that.
The
Yeah.
government can't handle the dark web. So I
Mm-hmm.
would
Let me
not
tell you
be very
what
careful.
was not said today, right? Let me tell you what was not said today, right? Because when she was on my panel, she did not know that the guy had come back, that he had come back and really talked about it. He did a live. So she had forgotten that he talked about it. In that live, he said that he warned the beef sector himself, right? He said
Mm-hmm.
he couldn't say a lot of stuff. He said he spent a lot of money in lawsuits. He said that there are people that work in government buildings. There are people who work in health places. There are people who are behind the
Yeah.
scenes doing a lot of stuff. There are
Mm.
people who called his. I mean, he's saying like like dark web stuff, right? But he wasn't. He said he couldn't say any names as of yet. That there was a whole lot more. He said the beef sector, you guys are over there. They probably already have all your information. He
But
said this.
yes, and let me tell you what we talked about today: identity theft. Remember, I mean, Jamila and I talked about. Please, we done asked y'all several names. I know that's what I heard too. They said they 10 times worse than what was happening over here. But I also said this, YouTube,
Yeah.
the Cash App exchanges that all of them have done. And see, people think this is some shit and they taking it lightly, they dropping, they like, haha, conspiracy. No, this for real, this shit is documented. And like I said, these people done changed cash apps. They done think about it, they done use their clips and shit on their walls, doing that. Oh, God, I just lost what I was saying. When they do that, how you talk about somebody, review, or
Yeah,
however.
when they review, right, right.
Yeah, people
Yeah.
they have done a lot of things to open themselves up to whatever is to come. Now, I'm hoping nothing comes out of this, that will bring harm to any of our content creators over here. Because at the end of the day, no one deserves you prying into their real life. But sometimes, you have to take heed to warnings, especially when you hear the passion in people's voice, especially when you see people lead with money. The purpose of them just throwing money around like that. I was always confused, wasn't I, Jamila?
Yeah.
Damn, and they only dropped it in certain areas. Think about it. So were those areas
Cameras
the
was
target
first.
areas? Huh?
I said YouTube cameras was first.
Yeah, but so my thing was, I wonder if those can were those some of the target areas, or maybe, and you know what, Q, I got a good, she keeps saying is handlers, handlers,
QS
handlers.
said handlers. I don't know about handlers. What they're
I
saying
don't
is
know
that they
about
have
handlers
people.
either.
No, no, no. When I kind of get what she means. If sometime you are in, say for instance, a cult, a group, or either with celebrity, y'all is always somebody around to handle and to make sure you say and you do the right thing. And a lot of times money is very attractive to some people. So
And
that's
that's
what I
what
believe
they
she
say.
mean, handlers.
Okay, so that's what they lead with. But I also want y'all to pay attention to this. As we're talking, right? We always get a number of people that communicate with us in the chat. But
Mm-hmm.
it be those people that's sitting in the back in the clouds, just listening, taking notes. That's part of the team. That's already, so those are the things, you got to be careful for. I'm just, just letting y'all know they be in the clouds. You never see them, but they be working.
You see, they in the clouds now. Now, I don't know. I'm no joke, and I don't have a problem. But look what she's saying. I'm from the sector. No one's attacking Brian because she was talking to that
We
person because no one cares about him. They find it hilarious that she wants to associate with because we know. So, hey, let me tell you
Right.
something. Let me tell you something. One thing about this YouTube shit that I don't like the cloud watching, even though sometimes it's good, is a double-edged sword as well, because people are up there watching and waiting. And then I don't like the troll shit.
Yeah,
Everybody
the troll stuff.
Well,
you
Yeah.
Miss Lee, I got to talk about the cloud watching because
oh,
I am the cloud watcher. I don't be on my computer. I hate holding my phone, but I can watch my TV and let the chat go up and just be in my zone, listening and reading and looking. So it
mhm.
don't mean I'm out for good. It just means I'm relaxed, listening and laughing. So it's not all bad either.
Look what
It's not
Gemini
all
said.
bad. No.
No, but I'm just saying I get all that, but a lot of times you guys, you don't know who's watching you. And when they behind the avatars, like I said, people think VPNs is anti
Nah, that don't work.
no, VPNs, if they could get through the government shit and hack the government shit, then they definitely could do these little VPNs. They could do whatever, and all this money being exchanged and behind the scenes and numbers being exchanged. But again, I'm just a little content creator out here just spreading a message just to beware of people you allow to sit at your table and eat.
Hmm.
Sometimes those very same people are poisoning your meal. That's the bottom line. I can't say no more. But I just know you were a little nervous today when you was hearing it. And Griff sound out of sort too. Even though she had the
Yeah.
information, it was really messing with y'all mentally. I could tell
It
it
was
like
a lot. Right.
that's
It was a
ran on
lot.
the platform. When they said that, hey, the people is all in Vegas, they already here.
Yeah,
Says
they're here.
shit, I'm out of here. So we don't know where the people at. We don't know who the people are. I just say be careful when engaging with different people. Now, Jim and I made a perfect statement here. Their workers are just now being seen at Mz.Teavalocity.
Yes.
The little people in that group are just now coming out the clouds.
Yeah,
And
let me tell you how. Let me tell you why they're now coming out, because I also noticed that there were people, because I go and I peek and see like who some of the people that I didn't sub, I didn't know them, but it was only when I went to the main people who like support me or who come to my channel or who we see like a Bree Nest, like all
Mm-hmm.
those. When I see them or they talk, they become part of the storyline. Then I go like, okay, what the heck? Who are these people? I've never heard of these people. So then I ask questions. Who is that? What's their name? Because sometimes they call them like a nickname, but the channel name is different, right? So then you start looking. It was what made a big deal about this fight that Brie had with this young lady is that they celebrated it. They felt that she won, and that
Yeah.
what happened is we saw a lot of people drop down from their clouds that we don't know about. They probably know
Mhm.
them, right? That
Yeah.
particular meeting, I call it a meeting, that particular live that created all of this stuff. I saw people that I had never seen, right? I see people
Mhm.
that I don't know. You don't see them hit links. You don't normally see them in the beef sector chats or anything, but they drop down. And then you see them when they're saying, the sector, whatever, has gone up and blah, blah, blah. They're making like, the people are talking about us and all of that. You see all these people that we don't see. They now have started dropping down.
Yeah.
Now they started
Well,
expressing interest in the storylines in the beef sector. Because now the people who didn't care to talk about the beef sector storyline,
mhm.
now they were taking notes like, oh, okay, what's going on? Now they were
Mhm.
talking, right?
Mhm. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I just says, let me tell you something. It's some shit going on, and I'm just gonna watch back, and I'm just gonna sit back and watch, baby. That's all we could do. All you could do is warn people. A lot of times money blinds people. A lot of times compliment, charisma, sweet talking, smooth talking blinds the fact that somebody is trying to do you harm. And I think a lot of that shit came in these last couple of months over to the beef sector, not just to bring, but to a lot of content creators over here, you
Yeah.
know. But it's just strange that, and this is not talking about Code because Code came in, and you right, Jamila. He said what he wanted, he did what he wanted, and now he got whatever he wanted, and he's gone. But the rest of it, I think people should do their research. For some reason, these names are being thrown out of here, spreading
Mz.Teavalocity.
false narratives. Yes, baby.
I was just make you had went out. Go ahead.
Yeah, your
Oh,
sound had gone
some
out.
people could be spreading false narratives about these people.
Yeah.
People could be trying to stoke fear. Some people could be dog whistling. We really don't know what's happening. We just know some energy is shifting. And it was strange because I watched Bree one day, and I don't know if it was the day that someone may have told her something, because I know that y'all said she did two videos. I've heard people say she did two videos, one earlier and then one at night, denouncing
Mm-hmm.
that she would no longer deal with these people, right? However, she said that day, and when I looked in her face, I know she felt something. She said, it's just weird. They was like, oh, she feels some kind of way because he dumped her and they using it. She said, no. She said the energy. She said it's just weird energy. And a lot of times
Yeah.
you feel something in your spirit, in your soul, when it's weird energy. And when some of these new characters came to join the Beef Sector show, I felt something weird. I said, something's not right. Something is not right. Now, again, do your own research. We don't want to put out any false narratives. We just want to say this.
Be careful.
Careful. Yep, just be careful.
Yeah.
If you know you
Yep.
don't belong there, leave it alone. It ain't, and you know what? Me personally, it's nothing for me to be scared of. This is my entertainment. This is, how I get entertained. So, they don't come play on my playground. I don't play in theirs. But if we're looking, as we were talking about earlier, beef sector, if we're looking at beef sector as a whole, then I'm with Free Thinker. Y'all better thicken up your skin. Y'all better put your war clothes on to be able to aim back just like they aim over here. Because that's what they sort of kind of setting it up to be and look like.
Mm. Well, okay, y'all. Thank you so much for that person who just texted me that. I appreciate you. So anyway, again, you have to make sure that you're trying to do your research, right?
Yeah.
But you got to make sure again, people are not just stoking fear in people over here. But most people who cry
And
out
narratives.
and spinning narratives about people we really don't know. I'm not going to tell you I sat down here and did 100% research. I'm
Mm-mm.
just going to tell you that somebody sent me some information. Jamila had done some research. So it's just was a host of characters that I just didn't want to get too deep in the bed with. Just let me, you know.
And I want to say one more thing to you YouTube cameras.
Hmm.
I know court documents are court documents, but when you put your word, you listen to your words, you put down your story, and another person put down their story. That's both their narratives, and the judge got to decipher through what's the truth and what's not. So what
Right.
I'm saying is, some things can be true and some things may not be true. That's something for it to be deciphered through. It could be it could be a story, right? We're going to take this to court and take it out and then let it drop, let the case drop, but all the paperwork is there. So, it gets a little deeper than thinking and making it entertainment. But I want, you were into the court paper, so I wanted you to think about that as well. What's true and what's not true. And that goes with history and researching. So I really don't want to get that deep into it, but I wanted to let you
Neither.
get it on your channel.
Yeah. I and also I agree, right? Which is why when the young man that came up there to say, like, because I saw that they were laughing. That's what kind of got me. They were laughing in the chat, and the one particular lady, I know that she's a Bree supporter, and I listen to her, and I know she's a content creator, and I see her around, not just beef sector, most three sector. Some of these people like have been around, right? And so I'm like, well, if you want to, like, right? I heard all her assessment on what she was feeling, and I felt that it was pretty fair. Why don't you come and help us? Because I don't believe that this is a legal document. It can be all wrong. Now, you tell us what part that we're missing. Why don't you come tell us, right? Some of it
Mhm.
may be wrong. We're new to this. We don't know this, but it can't all be wrong. Some part of that stuff is correct, right?
Mhm.
A judge
Well,
wouldn't make, based on assumptions on what, like there's evidence or stuff that they like they look through before they make their decision. They're actually looking at facts before they make a decision. And if there's not enough evidence, it doesn't mean that the stuff isn't true. Maybe they find there's not enough evidence and maybe it will be dismissed or whatever, but some of that stuff is still true.
You're right. And something Kimberly Black is saying, I want y'all to look at too. We
well,
got the election going on, y'all. Now look at the two parties, and we know who's lying clearly, right? And we know who's
Mm-hmm.
weak clearly, right? But some things he say is right, and then the other one is just spewing out lies. So at the end of the day, that's what our court process look like. They're playing life. That's what this is called, life. We deal with it in elections, and it come on down to us.
Yeah,
So we just
I
got to be
agree.
wise how we move.
well, again, this wasn't a stoke no fear, but actually, I wanted to, say that, hey, I got word long time ago. I just hope everyone does well. I hope everyone platform survive. Um, yeah, we have to see. We definitely
Yeah,
have.
that's the thing, right? We have to
But
see. We have
sometimes,
to buckle up and see.
yep.
I'll be
Sometimes you
sitting
could
back
piss
watching.
people off. Sometimes you could piss people off, and I know over here the B sector drags hard, roast hard, docs and do everything everyone else does, but sometimes people just go a little harder. It may not be serious to you, it might just be YouTube to you. But if all these people have is YouTube, if all what these people have is YouTube, and this is what they live, breathe. Now we done seen people on YouTube all night. We done went to sleep and woke up, and they still
Yeah.
on YouTube. We done went to work, they still on YouTube. So some people eat, breathe, and sleep YouTube, and it is serious to them. And some people are miserable, hateful, malicious, mean people who would like to just see other people get damaged. That's all, and bring
The
hurt and
Orange Man
uh,
was like that.
yeah,
He
yeah,
was
he
like that
was.
on the internet. He was he was
Do you know
notorious.
do you know all the stuff you just said is kind of like what the young lady on my panel that came later kind of confirmed that this
Hey, John.
organization.
But that's
this
what I'm telling you.
organization, right? They
That's what I'm
really
telling
like
you.
overly invested in YouTube, that like all of the things that you just mentioned is all of the things they said that it was like insane, like how much time, like some of the ridiculousness, like you,
Yeah.
this person is really invested in finding out all this, going out of their way
Yes.
to cause harm, right?
Yep. But you know what? That's a good thing. And I've always said that, and that's biblical. Warnings always comes before destruction.
That's right.
Pride cometh
A
before the
warning.
fall. And some people have become so prideful, so arrogant, so mean, and so hateful to other people that they don't mind destroying other people. You know, it's to their detriment. And so we
Yeah.
don't really know these people. All I'm going to say, and I'm about to end this slide, is that be careful. All money ain't good money. All money ain't good money, and we just have to see. It could be just an agenda to scare people, you know, to scare content creators or whatever. But I believe some of this is to be true. Okay.
Child,
Yeah,
honey,
me too. I
look at
believe
our
it.
debate and then wear it on down because debate got a
Mhm.
lot to do with the way the world goes. Okay. Okay. I love y'all. Thank you for having me.
Love you, baby. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having
Thank
me.
you.
Thank you. Have a good day, everyone. I
See you.
appreciate you
Mhm.
guys.
You two cameras.
All right, see you guys later. Bye.
Bye bye, baby. Thank you for coming up. Be safe out there, y'all. I ain't gonna be too long. She about to drop off. Gold and silver are the only real money. Never forget that. With the right angle, you even get a different deed to your house if paid in actual gold. And these people target who to release information to. They find people sympathetic in their cause. Many don't know that. Be careful about fighting other people's battles as well. I'm going to read these. It is political driven. A lot of this is political driven, you guys, you know, and don't forget the election is coming up. Vote your local election as well. Vote your local election as well. Now, listen, that debate the other night, and I'm going to end with this, had me real scared. Scared for us as a country. It was just crazy. Unfortunately, and I'm gonna say this, we have to pick. If you're a voter, you have to pick your candidate, right? And neither candidate really impressed me at all. None impressed me at all. God's law is always supreme. Exactly. Tojo, you have a lot to say. Thank you for contributing. Here is some links if interested. Sectors, lost tapes, a tiny channel that will give you, okay. Free thinker, stay up and stay free, everybody. I have to get started on my chores. Me too. I have to get going. They doing some work in my house. I don't even know if y'all heard them. I want to go down there and see how far they got, but they still working. I won't be back probably until Monday. I'm on my way to Belize. Now listen, fiat is fiat. I don't know. Black Mama. None of the real dark web trolls would be dumb enough to tell folks what they're going to do, then post it on YouTube. These trolls are Oh, that's right. Black Mama. Okay, because you always say you move in silent, but no one has really ever came out here and told us that they were going to do any deep trolling and stuff. Let's talk about Honest Row real quick, and then let me go through these. The biggest addiction masses have, they don't know they have, is fear. That's a good point. And it's not, you know what, let me say that. It's not so much I fear any of this, and I know you're just talking in general. I've been reading your comments. It's not so much that I fear any of whatever man could do to me, but sometimes we just have to be wise and smart and cautious. When someone or something doesn't mean you any good, you just have to stay away from that particular whatever it is, that person, that situation. And I think it's just some dark, eerie shit going on here. And it's been over in the B sector for a long time. But my energy sometimes is off about what's going on around here. And for that alone, I'm real apprehensive about accepting new people and just being everywhere, you know. So I'm just telling you, you shoot your shot. You do what you want. Hey, Victoria, baby, what's going on? Happy Saturday. They trying to scare folks. Maybe they are trying to scare folks. I don't know if they trying to scare folks. I just put out something that was brought to me. It could be a scare tactic. It could be dog. It could be anything. It's commentary, and I decided that I was going to do it today. Now, again, these are just what some people said on the platforms is opinions. We don't know none of it to be factual. Even I know she showed court documents on YTC. However, people were saying that nope, you have to get these court documents. Whatever you guys decide to do with it is on you. Just know that in March, I said that I got some information that somehow some people was about to come and infiltrate the beef sector and disrupt some people over here. And that's all I got. And that's good. Dark web, artificial intelligence takeover, blah, 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 all BS. Okay. Okay, darling, that's what you think. Hey, Rodney, I talked. Look, there go Rodney highlighting his T 2.0. Rodney has made it official that he's beef sector 2.0. Again, I only know Rodney to be part of this new beef sector. And I think Brooke was it. It sounded like Ness shied away from being beef sector 2.0. So I'll let her tell you. Of course, you know she gonna have commentary on me today because I said some things to her. And I don't know why people want me to fight. Thank you, under new management. I don't know why people want me to fight with people. I don't need to fight with Ness. Ness goes over to her channel. She debunks or she do commentary. She made fun of whatever I said. She mocked me. To me, that's just no harm to me. She's just being Ness. When she really says or does something to me that I think crossed the line, I will deal with it then. But just for people want me to have beef with other people is not going to happen. Dovey, I also stopped in your live one day and I heard you cussing me out about Sassy. Listen, me and Sassy got our own relationship. She don't need you to be her bulldog. You and I done been down this road again. Back up off me, Dovey. Back up off me. But again, you felt some kind of way. But Sassy don't need you to protect her from me, okay? Just know that. Because I did hear you make your video and said that I put Sassy in some mess. That shit old. That's not the way it went. We got some other stuff going on here. Can we have some constant on how to protect ourselves from these hackers? I don't know. I just know how to make. Thank you, Black Girls Code. And sorry for the mix-up I had early. I just know how to live my life. That's all I know how to do. You know, I know I am protected. But know this in life, whatever is going to happen to you is going to happen to you. Some things we could prevent, you know, and some things we can't. Sometimes you could give people warnings, you could give people advice, you could give people anything. Listen, they have to take heed or they decide not to. It's not my job to beat anything into grown folks' heads. They could do what they want. You know, I just said that I heard a warning the other day, warning signs. You guys do what the hell you want with it. It was commentary for me. You know, laugh a lot is in the name too, artificial. And trust me, politics is about numbers. That's larger numbers. I don't think nobody is trying to scare anyone. They just gave a heads up. Hey, Gemini, don't, you know what? One thing about it is some of these people think they invincible, untouchable. You know, they don't give a shit about protecting what's theirs or their family. I can't make them do anything. I could just come out here and do commentary. Thank you, Mz.Teavalocity, for acknowledging my comments. Of course, darling, I knew you didn't mean no harm. Even before any experimental, first it is the fear injection to get you to take. Baby, that's a whole new lie, but let's keep that stuff out of here because they do flag channels, Joe, so I'm going to have to delete that. Some things is not admissible on YouTube, and they will flag it. Hey, Just Blaze, what's going on, baby? I admire you, ladies. Wait. Thank you, Miss C. I don't know. Let's see. I admire you ladies who keep your cool most of the time. That's the grown energy way. Thank you, Just Blaze. Good to see you, baby. Taking a break. You taking a break? Hey, Liz, baby. Yeah, the other day I said, if that Liz is saying that stuff to me, that's not my Liz. That's not the Liz we know. I said, that must be a clone. That must be a clone. Yeah, you stay cool and stay hydrated. They always said WWD was going to be digital. Yeah, we got to watch out. When is it going to stop, though? I don't know what you're talking about. Thanks for the live. Really informative. Have a great day. Thank you, Fuse for Labor. I noticed that I see you a lot. I appreciate you. Y'all make sure y'all hit that live button. I enjoy spending my Saturday with you all. It's a dirty game. Greed is a driving force. You know, you drop a lot of knowledge. QI, I'm not sure why your page is not up and going. Some people will come. I know you're very knowledgeable of a lot of things, and I know you also said that when we start entertaining, things will happen over here. So you good. Let's see. I don't know y'all's situation. I'm just a live chat content creator walking in truth. Okay, content creator. Okay. Please log off expeditiously if your YouTube is affecting you emotionally and psychologically. Now, Kimberly, I had to do that a couple of weeks ago because it was really getting to my mental. You know what was going on with me and some other people, and then I saw myself somewhat unraveling. And I said, you know, before I let this shit get so deep in my core and do what I promised that I wasn't going to do, I just need to log off. And that's all I did. Some people need to log off. And if people so malicious and hateful and mean, you know, you can't really change that. No matter how much love you try to give them, how much you try to understand them. When people are mean-spirited, a lot of times we can't change them. Even when I came down here and I used to do my positive messages, and I still try to wrap up my lives with something positive. Some people are just hurt. Some people are traumatized. Some people are living with pain, you know, that we'll never know. And so when they're not happy and they hurting and they traumatized, then it's easy for them to be malicious, vile, hateful, and downright dirty and gutter. And that's what we have encountered on these YouTube streets. That's the truth. Most people do things like that is because they are deep, they have a deep-rooted problem, and they haven't dealt with it. Some of the trauma. And so they come out here and they try to traumatize us and they try to make us feel a certain way. They try to humiliate us. They try to embarrass us. They try to do whatever they do to try to break us down because they're broken. And sometimes they can't even be fixed if they don't seek the right help. So if you're in that situation and you feel that way, then perhaps you need to go seek psychological help. We can't help you, you know, but don't just try to keep destroying other people. And that's what a lot of people do. So content is font, but Miss T, some of the content creators are mean and deserving what they get. Yeah, some of them have been mean to people. I can't say that, you know. Everyone, enjoy the rest of your weekend, and thanks again for joining. Thank you so much, Kimberly, and all my mod queens, and thank you, Jamila, for joining me under New Management YouTube camera. Thank you all for who hit the like button. If you didn't, please hit the like button on your way out, and I will chat with y'all later and see y'all on the flip side. QI. Thank you so much. That's what you have to protect your peace of mind is the most important thing to have. I just observe, but once I get off here, I have my real life. I'll see y'all later. Catch y'all on the flip side.